And we are live. Hey, you guys, what's up? Were you just hanging there waiting for me or what? True. You came in just like that. Seun and Cassie. How come you guys entered at the same time? True. Seun, are you happy today? Today I'm not showing you my wardrobe. Today you're not seeing my wardrobe. Are you happy? Are you happy with your life? Oh, so you guys were okay, cool. Cool. Tightening too is on point. What is tightening? You trying to be the tight, or you mean lighting? Ah, lighting. Okay. All right. So, Seun, you're happy now. And now you're saying lovely. Okay, I've moved myself into a V flat. It's a V flat. Like it goes like that behind me. Awesome. That's how come the light is also sweet and all that. Awesome. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so as usual, we need to copy link and send. Gilbert, I think we missed you yesterday. We missed you yesterday. Welcome back. Yeah. Okay, so guys, as usual, I'm going to share the link. And today we have a debate and airtime giveaways. Cassie is in charge with that hotspot. Which hotspot? Over here. There's no hotspot. If there is hotspot, then it's not. See, this is the LED light I'm using. This small LED light. I bought something on AliExpress and they sent it to me as a gift. So I'm okay. Let me take it a bit far away. Do you still get hotspots? Or do I have to go and bring my big LED light and come and put it here? So, are you happy with the lighting or you want me to go carry the big LED lights? Okay, yes. So let me go ahead and share the link. But in the meantime, if you're in WhatsApp groups or you can share the link all over your places, please do, so that life will be easier and better. And as I said, today we are giving out airtime. Plenty airtime will be given away by Cassie. She's sponsoring this. So you guys should say thank you to her for me on my behalf. Yes, I'm posting the link in the various groups. Okay. Okay. All right, so guys, don't forget to drop your thumbs up. There's going to be a giveaway, not just one giveaway, lots of giveaways, airtime giveaways. And Cassie is in charge of that. So listen to what she says so that you get your airtime. Today, I'm not in charge of the airtime. I'm not in charge of the airtime, so Cassie is in charge of it. So whatever she says, you guys should do. Otherwise, you won't win the airtime. If you can share. Oh, Joey, who is lying? It's true that we have plenty airtime to give. Oh, ask Cassie. Ask her. She's in charge of it. So ask her if I'm lying. We have plenty, and I'm not in charge, so there's no way anybody can tell me that I'm doing kululu or anything. Yeah, there's no kululu, no nothing, because I'm not in charge. Okay, now let me drop the video link so you can join. Joey, you're here early. Awesome, that's it. So Seun and Joey, please join using the link. Waiting eagerly. Jim, don't worry, the airtime will come. The airtime will come. Okay. All right. Rejoice, how are you doing? How was your day? Is this the first time you're joining us? Miss Avevo, welcome. Our lady from MTN, who has been your network has been mafiaing me all the time. All the time your network mafia me. What is that? Okay. Ajo, you are eating, so what? Oh yeah, join the video. True. You are eating, so what should we do for you? So tonight we are debating on the important, no, not just the importance. Should social media be a priority for photography? Jack, you want you want an international airtime? Wow, wow, wow. We never thought of that. So forgive us for this one time. Forgive us. Forgive us, okay? This one time we can't give you international airtime, but when you win, you get to choose somebody in here that we can send to. You get it? So don't worry about that. Yeah, later we'll get the international version. Okay, so I think we are okay now. I've shared the link. Oh, hold on. One more. One more group and I'm done. Okay, I think we are done. Okay. Next week there are all sorts of prizes. Okay. Kevano, there is airtime. We are giving away airtime. So anybody who wins, you win. And I'm not in charge. So you guys can be assured that there will be no kululu. No kululu at all. So Kevano, hold on. Let me drop the link again. Okay, Joey is here. Why have you put Kojo Joey there? We want Joey Dutch. Why have you decided to put Kojo Joey? Joey, who had you? Okay, so Joey is here. Kevano also joined through the thing. And Seun, you're also invited. Kwams, what's up? Today, yeah, you made it here.
What's your problem?
Why? Okay, you won't talk. Finish eating before we see your face. Now, some of you, when you're eating, you become so scary.
Oh, honestly, there won't be any video to do. My laptop is messing up.
Your laptop is messing up, so use your phone.
There'll be feedback.
So use earpiece.
I don't have a earpiece. My phone doesn't have that phone to jack thing.
So buy the one that the Type C.
Why?
Why is Kevano? Kevano, I've sent the link. Please join. Chocolate said he's coming. Where is Selah? Where is Catalyst? Hold on. Let me text them.
Jesus Christ.
What has Jesus Christ done?
Well, I have a friend here who is a fanatic of chocolate shortage.
He's a fanatic of chocolate. Oh, okay. Tell him his mentor will be on shortly.
All right, but All right.
Hey, is that his voice?
I'll do it as something else.
Why would you sack him? Okay, today I pray everybody's network will be okay so that we don't get any disappointment like yesterday. So Cicely's session has been rescheduled to next week, probably Wednesday. But the thing is, I'm trying to not just focus on Accra-based photographers. So I'm getting some from outside also, outside Ghana as well. So next week is going to be massive, and female photographers as well. I've booked 2 for Tuesday and Wednesday. Each day will have a different. Okay, Kevano. All right. We are waiting for you. Marfo Edu. We are waiting. So, Kazi, what's your criteria for the airtime? All right. So she says 15 thumbs up for first airtime. So, guys, there you go. Once we get to 15 thumbs up, the first airtime will drop. Let me see. Rejoice. I'm a female photographer from. Oh, Rejoice. Wow. Okay, Rejoice. You know what? Just send me a DM on my Instagram. This is my Instagram. So just send me a DM. Let me check your works out, and hopefully we can feature you. So Rejoice, just check. That's my Instagram. The same name, Ghanaian Photography on Instagram. So just send me a DM. Everything has a solution. From my live. Yes. Anita was live also some few minutes ago. Joey, please, I didn't say screening. All I said is she should just DM me so that we can link up and then fix her thing. Which one be the screening? I don't screen. I beg, I don't screen people.
Correct. The way you screen me before accepting me on your life, God knows.
I beg, I don't screen people. I don't profile.
If people don't know this, the truth behind Ghanaian's life, he has to screen you and he'll tell you, "Good work, my son," before he will accept you.
that Catalyst, you see, Catalyst is laughing because it's not true.
So Catalyst, the screening and give, and we know you today.
Look at you. Okay, hey, Catalyst, what are you drinking? Charlie, don't say Charlie. Your level they change. Catalyst.
I'm eating healthy.
Hey, Charlie, just say we did the banku and things. Charlie, Catalyst, welcome. Cavano,
thank
you. We are waiting for you. Once we get 4 people up here, we'll start. Then the rest can join. Because Chocolate said he's on his way. As usual, Chocolate shoots every day. The whole Ghana. If you shoot more than Chocolate and 1 click, Charlie, you will be arrested.
1 click.
Yes, 1 click can shoot like 20 shoots in a day, every day, Charlie. I wish I can be like those guys.
More money.
More money, Charlie. Okay, so Cavano, please join, and then let's once we have 4 people.
Is that Joey?
Yeah, that's Joey. He says today his camera is not working, so he won't be able to.
He's lying. He doesn't have enough data.
I'm sure.
Hey.
I'm sure.
The things that humble Ghanaians.
Data and electricity. Okay, guys. We have 17 people in the house, but the thumbs up are 10. So most of you don't know, but if you want to drop your thumbs up, if you're using your phone, just close the chat. You will see the blue thumbs up. Tap it till it becomes gray. Then it shows that you've dropped your thumbs up. So as I said, Cassie is in charge of giving the airtimes. I'm not in charge. I don't have them. She'll be posting them and all that. So just listen, pay attention to what she says. Yes, Catalyst, you said the 2 things that can humble Ghanaians, airtime and electricity.
I'm telling you. then bonus of politics.
Politics, so Charlie. Politics is like that one there. Anyway, Mafu, I'll check your works. Okay, just send me a DM. Okay, but please don't go and send me hi. I beg. Send me a full sentence, one full sentence, and then we move. Okay, 13. 2 more thumbs up, then Cassie can do her thing. Oh, Kevano, where are you? As for chocolate, I know he will join like 30 minutes after because he's driving and other. Where is Sela?
The way I see Joey, I think Joey will go for the social media people.
Of course, he is for. You are against. I wanted to bring Timothy of Team 1,000 Words.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I can handle them all.
He's a zero social media person.
I can handle them all.
I'll handle them all. I have facts. I have data. Where is my file?
You have everything.
Let me bring my file.
Catalyst, are you sure data hasn't humbled Sean? Because he was on earlier, then he just vanished.
Oh, he's in UK. He's in UK.
But come on.
I'm sure
when we started this thing, his data used to misbehave. He even had to call his ISP to warn them.
Can you call your ISP?
Oh, yeah, wow.
Your ISP will tell you that we are experiencing difficulty here.
Okay, so somebody is Cavano says he's on his way to the studio. Looks like Sela. Yeah, the way yesterday Sela was fixing lights and all that for today's session. Hold on, let me call him before we start. Let me call Sela. Once I hear from him, then we can start.
But Charlie, how has it been? Joey, Charlie, it's been long I heard from you. What's up?
Oh, I do. I see your picture being and it catch my attention. Rough.
That's uniform one.
Which one?
The school uniform one. The school uniform one.
Charlie, Ghana Twitter no forgive me, crowd.
Yo,
That school uniform picture. Oh, believe me, I honestly didn't see it as a school uniform until somebody said, a school uniform, you do like this, you break it. There like that. But you really pop. I'm not gonna lie. I was really scrutinizing the picture, looking at where the colors are coming from and all that. I'm
they are coming from Sony.
No. I shoot flat. So
no, but they came from Sony.
Oh, but you know the funny thing is, if you shoot raw, except for flats, if you shoot raw, it doesn't matter. Whether portrait raw or standard raw or automatic raw or neutral raw, however your post-processing software will process it will be the same for each and every picture profile you use, except flat. So
why were you saying that Sony made your fair model dark?
Here's the thing with Sony. Okay. Sony has a lot more greens in it compared to Canon.
Canon has purple, magenta, right?
Yeah. And then Nikon has a bit more contrast than the two. You understand? So I think, Joey, the issue is when people are shooting raw, depending on the picture profile, it affects only two things: contrast and dynamic range.
Yes, I think so too.
But people don't really know how to manipulate contrast. That's why you see people going overboard with dodge and bend. If they shoot Canon, then they switch to Sony. Then they go overboard. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. One second. Amma, do you want to join the debate?
Is it our lawyer?
Yeah, our lawyer. Should she join?
Oh, let her join. It's very necessary.
Okay, Amma, that's the video link. Please, you are wanted here. Come and join. Come and be my backup. When I overrule their objections and stuff, so that you back me up. Amma, please join with the video link. Okay, Salah is always black.
Salah is like the give my password outside.
Into ECG humble. Okay, Amma, please join. The video link is right there. Please join. Salah, today you want to make sure laugh you.
My voice you want here, you know, for seeing me, Charlie. Good one.
Okay. All right. So I think somebody got a first airtime. So let's leave the airtime to Cassie to deal with. Okay. So guys, welcome to tonight's session. It's about the Catalyst. How did you put it?
What?
How did you put the topic yesterday?
Semo. Is social media the primary priority as a photographer? Is it your primary source of marketing?
Okay, so guys, you got the topic. Should you prioritize social media for marketing as a photographer in other ways?
No. Yes and no. Yes and no.
Okay, so now we have somebody who will say yes and somebody who will say no. You alone cannot say yes and no.
No, here's the thing.
I'll say yes. So
here's the
I'll
thing.
say yes and no together.
I think it's more of to you as a person. When you look at your marketing tools, is social media number one.
And then also, as a whole, will you advise other people to use it or not? So we are looking at two ways. You as a person, and then what advice do you have for the masses? Right. Okay, so let's see. We'll give Sheun has just disappeared. Who is going to keep the time for me? So the first round, please. The first round, each of you will get 10 minutes to make your point. All right?
10 minutes is too short.
No, that's first round. There will be round 2, round 3. Okay, so
I want the social media people to go first since they are social media.
Chocolate is here. Nana Kweku, welcome.
Yo, thank you, bro.
Moi, mo cheche anaju wo dem no. Ase any say. Hey, wait, Ama, please come and back me up. Oh. I'm waiting for you. Come and back me up. Now, Obi Boomia. Okay, so Chocolate, we are discussing, should social media be your priority when it comes to marketing as a photographer? That's the topic for debate. So you either choose yes or no. And each person, for round 1, each person has 10 minutes. No, let me make it 15 minutes.
10 minutes is fine.
10 minutes is fine.
How many people are for yes and how many people are for no?
That one, yeah. No. So now, before you talk, you introduce yourself and you choose where you stand. So the thing is, you're going to tell us from your perspective how it has helped you, how you've used it, or how it hasn't helped you, and then the message you have, like how you're going to advise people whether they should use it or not, or there should be other ways of doing it. So for the first round, tell us about your own experience. Right.
First of all, I'll go for yes.
Relax. Hold on. Relax. I'm talking to all of you.
Let Chocolate go. He's ready and determined.
No, I won't go first.
So I'm explaining to you guys how it's going to happen.
You should then explain well, because then I'll thought you were talking to me.
Hey, Asemo. Okay, so now each of you, for the first round, you have 10 minutes to tell us about your personal experience, how social media has been to you, whether it has helped or not. Then the second round, you're going to choose something about for now. So who is ready to start? Choose.
I am. I have a lot to say, but a few to say. Yeah.
Who?
Me.
Okay, Joey. It's now 8:24. So 8:34, your time will be up. Start.
Hey, relax. I will fight. Okay, my experience with social media. I think I got my name out there with social media. Starting with I think color grading. Is the initial back then? I think 3 years ago, there was. I think I mentioned this some other time where the photography industry was so much into color grading, and me playing around with colors and all that. I kind of got attention, not too much. Then I switched to retouching because I saw that retouching was kind of taking over the waves, and you could see the likes of Brian Gray, Chocolate Shorted, you could see Pixel Rage, you could see Ganani. Like, you would definitely want to edit like them. right? So yeah, and I I won't say I forced myself, but I tried as much as possible to learn as fast as I can to be good at the retouching thing. And back then, I wasn't really that good, that good. Well, I won't say I'm still good or I'm good, but I'm still learning. But I wasn't that good. And people like acknowledge the fact that, oh, hey, this guy just started photography and like he's coming up quickly because they always try comparing me to other people who have already been in the business, which wasn't really a good thing back then. But right now, it's still not a good thing though. So yeah, and the fact that I kept on being consistent on social media, which is Instagram. I don't do Facebook. Well, I used to do Facebook when I was lonely and all that. But right now, Instagram came in and trying to show off what you can do by producing good works. The thing is, when you're on Instagram, you get to see people doing more and more stuff. And the fact that you see very, very great images will push you to also do something very good, like something up the bar, closer to what is being seen on social media. And the fact that you follow the trends on social media, as at that time, this no makeup edits was going up and retouching was kind of a big trend. And doing all these things actually got me the attention I needed. And right now, I would say majority of my bookings come from social media because of the fact that I keep on posting very good and quality works all the time. Well, that's what people tell me that I do. I keep on posting good and quality works. And then, hey, boss, you are good. And since I see under the comments, it didn't meet. I think it like that. But all the same, I think social media has really been a great influence on my brand and the photography as a whole. I think I won't say I speak for all of us, but I know majority of us have our incomes partly coming from social media, whether Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and all that. So yeah, I spoke under 10 minutes, so I'm done.
You the one complaining that 10 minutes is not enough. And
Yes,
under
no,
5 minutes.
you save my remaining time for the next round.
No, it has she.
All
Okay,
right.
my lawyer is here. Lawyer Amma, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. I'm doing well.
Okay, so you're here as my muscle. In case they try bullying me, you come in for me. All right, so our topic for
Okay.
tonight is should social media be a priority to photographers? Now we have some who will say yes and some who will say no. So our first submission was Joey, who said yes. And the first round, each one has 10 minutes. Then we move to the second round. Now Joey is done. So who will go next? Or should I choose? Catalyst, why are you eyeballing me?
I'm just looking into the camera.
Okay. Chocolate, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, so would you want to go second?
I want somebody who is going for the
No.
opposite. Then I'll
The
counter.
opposite there. Okay, Stella, are you here?
I want somebody who's going for the opposite.
Stella?
I said Salah then give him light off. Salah never get light off. But they
No,
tell you.
but light off at least, but his face. Okay, so welcome.
Charlie.
Hello. Yeah.
What be the problem? Allow me to stay in the darkness. She'll keep quiet. She'll keep quiet.
Okay, Joey, you are done with your submission,
Stella,
so please mute your mic.
Stella, how are you?
I'm good.
She'll look at you. You came later. You are greeting people.
I didn't. No. Okay, so I'm so sorry. I went out to do one or two things.
Okay, one or two things. Okay, all right. So, guys, okay, if you are not on the floor, please mute your mic. Stella, are you ready to take us away?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So your 10 minutes starts from now, 8:30.
Okay, so social media. it's a love and hate sort of relationship with social media. I'm of the stance that it should not be a priority. Yes. I feel you may miss out a lot of opportunities if your focus is on social media. So, like, as a professional, yes, you need a means of showcasing your work, but trying to stay professional on Instagram or on Twitter sometimes, the feed there can be crazy. So right now I have a lot of photographers who actually unfollow everyone with the idea that they don't want to see a lot of things that will trigger them. So yes, I think as a photographer or as a professional photographer, you should have a website first thing. You should have a very formal and clean way of showcasing your work and also dealing with clients. Yes. Then two, yeah, I mean, like, social media is like really great. Yeah, you can have fun. You can vibe with potential clients very easily there, but like you tend to get, what's the term? You forget the reason why you're sometimes there. So my stance is more of a no.
More of what?
A no for social media. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you are
get your
no.
website.
All right.
Yes, get your website and then focus on like putting like a solid brand together. Because if we are to start talking about our relevance on social media, a lot of people will not have a proper means of getting jobs if we are going to talk about social media, honestly. Like, for example, you have cases where people see you as probably rude or unapproachable. And that shouldn't be the situation on social media. Why? Because maybe you don't see particular DMs, you don't reply comments, or you're not that active there. So with a website and mail, that is the professional means of communicating if you're running a business. So there, everything is very clear. But on social media, Charlie, like the requests are pending plenty. You have a lot of things that or hindrances that stop you from like running a proper business. Yeah.
Are you done?
I think so.
Okay. I'd wanted to put in some questions, but I'm sure Chocolate will respond to all that. So, no, don't worry. In your after the 2 rounds, I will ask you guys individual questions. But for now, Chocolate, are you ready to come in now? Because we've had 1 yes, 1 no.
Oh, another yes. Another yes should come.
Another yes, I say.
I'm so waiting for Catalyst.
No, Catalyst will be the last person because I know Catalyst is well, let me not jump the horse. Seun, are you there? Where do you stand? Seun has been humbled.
Yes, I am. I'm here.
Okay.
Well, let me not jump. Well, who humbled me?
No,
Why
nobody.
are you
So,
talking like that?
just briefly, are you for or against?
Nobody humbled me. I would say I'm in between because I got most of my clients and I was
No,
able to reach
you
loads of people
no,
without
you should be for
without wait
or
wait wait.
minus.
I said 50-50. I'm
No,
trying to
Seun, it's a
explain.
simple question. Are you for or not? No. Ama, please let him understand that it's yes or no.
Don't give me a close-ended question, please.
Yeah, I mean, so you can't be in
You can't be
between.
in
You have
between. You
to
can't be
be
on the
for
fence.
Okay,
or
okay.
against.
I am against.
Did you shoot it or not?
Did you shoot it? Well, shoot it. I don't use that shoot, but it is quite simple.
Please answer
I'm
the question.
against social
Are you
media.
for? You're
I'm
against it.
against social. Yeah, sure.
You're against
Okay,
social
so you
media.
have 10
So,
minutes to tell
so
us
I'm
we got
why.
against.
we got
I'm against.
Chocolate,
Wait. I'm against social media.
chocolate. So
However,
Seun will go, then you follow.
however, wait.
Seun,
However,
now
with the help of
8:36.
social.
Your time starts. So let's
Okay.
go.
However, with social media, the benefit of it is by connecting. Like most of you here now, I connected with virtually everybody on YouTube, on social media. Yeah, but when it comes to putting my work out, my personal work, and my my personal workout, it has been from client to client. Develop my own website, push it out, or by personal recommendation from people. For social media, it's a huge loads of distraction when you're on with social media. You put your work
To
out,
you.
where you put your work out, let me use for instance now. Let me say I'm just an intermediate photographer or a beginner. Let me use that word. And yeah, Joey just saw my work on Instagram. Instead of encouraging you, you just come. Hey, bro, you need to learn dodge and burn. You need to drop the frequency
Is that what
suppression.
he's been telling you?
No. I'm not saying that. Michael, let me talk.
Hey,
Michael, let me talk.
Joey, mute your mic.
No, Joey,
Joey,
wait,
mute
relax.
your mic.
Relax. So I'm just explaining. When it comes to social media, oftentimes you see half-baked photographers. I call them half-baked. They don't understand what you're trying to in the language. I mean, what you're trying to say with your picture. They just come with their own myopic mind oh, you should have done it this way. You should have. Well, I'm a creator. Let me do what I think is the best for me. Let me use my mind. Though, if you want to correct another photographer, oh, why don't you try it this way? Why don't you tweak this? Why don't you add this? Why don't you reduce your radius? Why don't you increase your, that's helpful with social media. But however, if you want to take photography or creativity serious, you need to build your website and use social media to be like a secondary outreach. People wants to, okay, now Catalyst wants to see, oh, Michael, can you send me your portfolio? You send your Instagram. Now send a link to your website so that we know you are professional. By the
Okay,
time we want to link Michael to
so
Shell,
this first
so you
round
won't tell me
is about
I
your
have 2
personal
minutes, but
experience. No, it's about
I
your
have a
personal experience. So tell us how it has helped you.
social media.
Yes.
Social media has helped me connect with other
No, not
photographers.
that. Whatever examples you give in this first round should be about you, whether it has helped
That's what
or
I
not.
said. It has helped me to connect, hear that word, connection with other photographers like Genania, like Sela, like it has helped me to connect with so many photographers. Though I like my mentor now, we don't even chat on social media. We don't even. He's in New York. I'm in London, and we communicate that way. And we do Skype videos to see each other. When it comes to London, I go to help him out. But when it comes to what we're saying now, what I've been able to achieve from social media is just the connection of lovely and crazy people like Joey, Sela, and and Michael. Yeah, well, you guys, that's the benefit for me, and that's the community I've been able to build. Am I making sense?
Please go ahead.
So, but when it comes to marketing, it is quite different. It is quite different. I can market with, you can still market with social media, but it shouldn't be for. Or what about the day something just happened and Instagram got shut down? How do you push your workout? Huh? Guys, Michael, how do you push your workout? Seller?
You are supposed to
Without
make
social media.
your point, not ask us questions. So
No, I just needed a boost from
we
you
won't
guys.
answer you. So go ahead.
Okay, so
Finish your point.
to me, social media is not that is not that relevant to
As a marketing tool.
you can push your it's not for marketing, but if it's for outreach, spot on.
Okay.
Spot on. Thank you very much.
You're done. All right. So Nana Kweku, please now let's hear from you.
Oh God. Okay, so before I say this, I just want to understand something. When we say social media, are we talking about Instagram, Twitter,
Social
Facebook?
media.
Are they the only social media?
Social media.
They're all
those
social media. All of them are social media.
Seun, please mute your mic.
If that is the case, and I heard Seller make mention of websites, okay, and then Seun also made mention of websites. Both I feel have deviated. Now they have deviated because website is social media. So I just asked Google that. Google, is website a social media?
Hey. Now we are adding artificial intelligence. So.
So
is it allowed?
Is website a social media?
Okay.
Because
carry on.
Before I'll make some sort of analysis or transit, I have to be sure whatever point I'm making is factual.
Wolves.
So
who is that?
I asked Google if website is social media. Now Google said social media refers to websites and applications. Listen, social media refers to websites and applications that are designed to allow people share content quickly. It means that if you say you are not on Instagram, you are not on Twitter, you are not on Facebook, but you send your work to your client only through your website, you are still on social media. So therefore, social media is still with you. So if you make your point and then you say social media is not too relevant because I send works through, or I send I talk to my people through, or I send my portfolio through my website to my clients without using any of the social media mediums. Website is also social media, and so therefore you have deviated your point. I like doing debate, so I like to pick.
Instead of you going straight to your point, you decided to catch people kwa. Wow.
I have to pick your point and then discredit your point first. Then we know what we are talking about here. You understand? Okay, so I have discredited one of their points that they've been saying. I mean, the two people who have gone for against have said so far. You understand? So if you say you are not on social media, but you are using websites to showcase your work to clients.
Okay, so Chocolate, your time starts now. Thank you.
At the other come down, someone right now can beat you.
Hey. Madam Lawyer, please note that threat down.
So you're still on social media, right? So that point that was made is not factual. Now, let's go to business. Okay. First of all, let us identify where we are, what country we are in, what continent we are on. Let's put that point one side. Secondly, let's look at our client base. Let's look at those who come in for our kind of photography that we are doing. you understand? If you are a wedding photographer, if you are a beauty photographer, if you are food photographer. Now, let us look at our client base. Who are our audience, or who are those who patronize our works more? Let's look at all of these people and then let's see something. When we analyze these people, we can tell whether social media is relevant or not relevant. Okay, first of all, we are in Ghana. Let's take majority. Many are the people who are on social media worldwide, but let's limit it to Ghana here only. Now, I'm doing photography in which I want everybody. I do not have a particular kind of people I am targeting. I want my doors to be open to every kind of client. Everybody should be able to, let's say, request for my service, even if maybe I wouldn't be able to work with you, but everybody should be able to see my work and request for my service. Do you understand? Now, talk of websites, which I have said, say website and also no social media. Now, if you centralize yourself on websites only, how would a lady at Choco who wants to do her wedding book you? She might not know much about websites. Do you understand? Now, how many people even visit websites? We live in a country where, in Ghana here, how many people visit websites? Now, somebody will say, oh, I'm thinking big. I'm not looking at Ghana alone. I'm looking at outsiders. Trust me, if you're looking at outsiders, the outside brands, they have photographers there in their country too. Conquer your country. Then maybe we can talk of the outside brands that will come for you. Because if Gucci wants to do a shoot, Gucci won't come all the way and come and pick you down here. There are a lot of photographers in Los Angeles, a lot of photographers in California, a lot of photographers there. Do you understand?
Catalyst is there.
In our country here, let's look at what can be done for us using our social media. That's why I said anybody who is standing against the motion today, but is making reference to website has failed already.
But one thing, I don't want to interrupt you also, but you see, something like this, YouTube is a website, but it's a social media because it allows input from people. Now, your personal website is not social media because you control it. You don't get input from the public. You get it. So there are two. There's a social media, which a website which is social media, by virtue that what it's let's say a chat room. A Java chat room is social media, but it's a website. But if it's your personal website, cannot be considered as social media.
What you are saying, I am not buying it. You're talking about
it's not for sale.
Wait, Michael, you have to let him finish
website, and I'm
you have to let him finish moving.
That
moving
if you
his
say
motion.
you are putting your works on your website.
Chocolate, please carry on. Sorry for interrupting. I have been corrected.
Good. If you say you are putting your works on only social only website, and for that matter, you feel you are not on social media, you are deceiving yourself because the website is also social media. Do you understand? Good. So if you raise that point, you are on the point 0. If you say no social media, therefore close down all applications, close down all websites. Let's see the medium you send your stuff to your clients. When your clients request for something, put it in a photo book and go and show it to them. No social media. Because it looks like we are putting our argument on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, which is not the only social media. So then if you want to talk against those applications, then let's change the topic of the debate and say, is Instagram, Facebook, Twitter important to photographers? Then we'll know what we are talking about. Else, let us ask Google, that is Google Drive a social media? Because some people send content. So because it says that any application any application that allows you to share your content with others is social media. So indirectly, all these people saying they are going for against social media are using social media. So you don't know your stand. If you're coming to a debate, write your point down well before you come to debate. Because so
This
far,
is
the two of you,
intimidation. This is intimidation.
so far, the two people who have said something against the motion, they have failed. I don't want to go deep into the importance of whatever. No, I want people to bring more points so that I discredit them more. Then we'll win for the day. So for now, unless you tell me any different medium that you can share your content with people, without passing through any of these applications or websites, then we know social media is not beneficial. But if you base your argument on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter as the only means of social media, and that it is not important to every photographer, then you have deviated from today's topic. I'm not going to talk much about what social media, the important. No. My first 10 minutes, I want to discredit people. Please, how many minutes is left?
Are you
I
done
think
with
your
your-
time is up.
How many
Okay,
minutes
You
so
is
have
I'm
left?
10
as-
minutes.
Amma says your time is up. So thank you very much for your
Okay.
submission.
Okay.
We'll come
So
to
the
round
next
2.
person,
Catalyst.
I'll discredit
Catalyst,
some
please come on. Yes. Catalyst, please don't discredit anybody.
I am very sad about his submission.
Okay, your time starts now. 8:52. Thank you.
I don't have a problem with time. I am very sad about his submission.
Catalyst, are you for or against the motion?
We will arrive there, my dear. Don't worry.
Okay. because
First
because
and
we are
foremost-
taking points.
Yes.
First
Catalyst,
and
first of
foremost-
all, is that cornrow?
Freshly
Yes.
laid braids. My God.
I see. Okay, please
So-
go on.
For the distraction you just did, I think Amma will have to take that out of my time and then give me back the time he just took away.
Yeah,
that
so that
was
would be-
exactly 13 seconds.
That will be deducted from Stella's submission because he was part of the distraction.
Now, his interpretation of what Google says is social media is very wrong and misleading. Let me break it down into 3 sections for him to understand clearly. First and foremost, social media is a website or an application. Secondly, it is a platform which allows access to people. The third part is it allows people to share their content on that website or application, that platform. If you don't have all those 3 together, it is not social media. So where you have someone having a website and that website is giving access to people only for viewing, but it's not allowing them to add content onto the website, you can't deem that website as social media. So just for him to be clear, it's not or, it's a case of and, which means those 3 are not mutually exclusive. They have to be put together to deem that particular website or application social media. So having someone having a website where they are the only ones who can edit and everyone else can just view, that is a website, a secured private website. That is not a website for everyone to edit the content on that website or application. So that is not social media. Let me start with that. Secondly, let me go to my second part, which is when we look at social media, we are focusing on connecting with people, seeking inspiration, or providing influence. That's when you look at social media, you are looking at connecting with people on a personal level. So it's a platform for people to showcase their personality. It's not necessarily a platform for marketing, unless you are in a specific genre of photography, which I'll break it down. There are two genres of photography. There is the high end and there is the low end. The low end of photography is the consumer photography, which is basically focused on events or social influence. So if you are shooting for events, then you can get your clientele from social media because you are providing consumer photography. That's low end. If you are shooting influencers, that's lifestyle influencers, then you are focused on getting your clients from Instagram or Facebook or any of the other social media platforms. That is still low-end photography. Now, when you look at photography as a business, just like every other business, you start from the bottom of being a small enterprise or medium enterprise, and you want to move to a large enterprise. Photography is no different. You can start from the bottom of low-end photography, but at the end of the day, your priority is to get to the high end. Now, what is the high end? The high end, you are looking at commercial photography or licensing photography. Those are the two high ends you are looking at. That's commercial photography or licensing photography. And those ones, we have methods to it. Those are built based on confidentiality and privacy. So you will never see a high-end commercial photographer posting BTS of a shoot on social media whilst they are shooting it, because it's always embedded in the contract that until that product is released, you cannot post. Now, their main aim is to sell a product. Their main aim is not for social media. What do we call it? What's the word? I've forgotten. It's not for social media engagement. So at the end of the day, everyone wants to end up in the high-end photography, which is based on confidentiality and privacy. Hence, social media will not work for a place like that. The only way you can get customers in terms of high-end photography is to have cold calls, emails, portfolio submissions to them, or agency representation. They only go on social media to look at your work there or to look at how you behave there, just to judge your personality. So as I said earlier on, social media is just to do what? It's just to connect to people based on personality level, not based on actual business work, unless you are into events or lifestyle photography for influencers. Thank you.
Amma, so did you get his?
You didn't. Seriously. So my question is: are you for or against the motion? Because from what you have just said,
90% against the motion that social media is whatever sort a priority for a photographer who wants to make photography business their life.
Amma, are we okay?
So you are for.
No, he's against.
I'm against the motion.
Catalyst, relax. You are not fighting.
I'm so against.
I am sad.
No, Chocolate.
Because
your mic is
you
mute.
seem to have
Chocolate,
made,
your mic is mute.
Why is my mic?
You seem to have made.
But
You seem to have made an argument for the motion.
I have not made.
No, he's made it against.
I have told you exactly where social media falls, which is low-end photography, and nobody wants to be a small business forever. So if you are really
Okay,
into
we'll come back to
photography
that.
business, then social media is not a priority for you.
Okay, Catalyst, thank you very much. We will come back to you. Chocolate, your mic is mute, so relax. Hold on. Kevano, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so you are the last person to join. Now, do you have the motion or should we read it to you? Hey, Kevano,
I think I have a
are you frozen? Okay, so where do you stand?
What's happening? What's happening?
I think Kevano he's in George Cicily's neighborhood.
Oh no!
So I'm sure,
Oh no! We'll blame
I'm
Catalyst
sure.
for this. We'll blame Catalyst for this one.
Okay, so I think we'll put him on hold for now. So now let's move to round 2. Now, round 2, who wants to start?
I want to start now.
You want to start round 2?
Yeah. I'm very sad.
Okay, Ama, Chocolate to start round 2. Another 10 minutes.
I'm very sad with. I'm very sad, and I want to even cry with all what Katali said. I mean, he just picked points and defined them to us. No argument made. I mean, we didn't ask to be lectured on what kind of photography one person in and what kind of photography one person is not in. You understand? Ghana here, what we're talking about photography that we are all doing here, and we are asking that is social media helping us. Now, he wanted to discredit my point by saying it's a website that can be edited and added up to is what we are talking about here. You said website. They said website. Nobody mentioned whether it's a personal website. They said website. Now, when clients go to your website, they only want to go and view, not necessarily go and edit or add up anything. They want to go and view. They want to see your works. Do you understand? So whether the website is one that is of a private one to be edited and to be added on, that is not our point here. Do you understand? Now, the part where he spoke about whether you are a low-end photographer and then a high-end photographer, that is also a bit out of league. We're talking about photography in general. Do you understand? We're talking about photography in general. Do you understand? Now, let us say things or let us educate the photography industry very well, so that my younger brother who is at home, who has purchased a small camera with his last money in his pocket, hoping that he will make some ends from that camera that he has purchased, will be able to get something from whatever camera he has purchased or whatever investment he has made. This is Ghana. Let us not dispute the fact. This is Ghana. Ghana, here we are. Whether you are a high-end photographer or a low-end photographer, nobody is placing priority on that. We are all looking at the gadgets that you've used over 100,000s of CDs to purchase. How are you making money from that? Now, first, some time ago,
hello.
Please hold on.
You're supposed to mute everybody.
Mute your mic, please.
You muted me.
Relax. Hold on.
You guys, if you're not take this in from
if you're not the one on the floor, please mute your mic. Chocolate, please carry on.
Okay, so I think 20 seconds will be added to my time because I was interrupted. Yeah, that was very, very cool. Yeah, so I am saying that we are looking at photography in Ghana here. Do you understand? If you want to look at photography in general, then yes, we can break it down to the high end and then the low end the event, and then those who cannot post BTS and all those stuff. But mind you, me, between you and I, that is not what we are talking about here. We're talking about how important is social media to increasing your number of clients. So you have your website, which is a private website that you are doing high-end photography. So it's a private website, and so on and so forth. You deal with clients only through your website booking, or however you've done it. Okay. Like I said, here we are in Ghana. How many people even use emails? How many people? How many people use emails? We are in Ghana. I just want us to be factual about ourselves. How many people use emails? If you like, write no DM on your page. People will still DM you. Ask yourself why. let us not forget our reason for being a photographer. Me, if I am in USA, I don't think, or if I am outside any country, I don't think I'll depend much on social media, because there it is website booking more, because like the channel of their mode of communication is too formal than here. Here we use the informal means of communication. We use most of the our means of communication is the informal means. Do you understand? People can send you message through a common text message. That's why people can WhatsApp you, send you text message. So if you are a high-end photographer that people book you only through websites, let's look at how you survive the industry with those who are on social media. Now, if you said you are doing only high-end, so then you do not have plans for any of these social media. Now, let's say through your high-end, it is 10 clients that reaches you. Have you asked yourself that? So if I add social media to it, other platform, other informal platforms to it, won't I get other bookings from these platforms and add it to my 10? And even if those works you're not going to post, have you not made a few ends from these platforms? Let us not forget what we are up against here. You understand? You're a photographer, then you wake up and say, hey, bookings are not coming, people are not calling me for shoot too, because you've made your client base only on how do you call it? Only on website. How many people use website? We are in Ghana here. People use informal means to communicate. When you go outside country, you see people using the formal means. What people will send you an email, will request for your portfolio through
Sorry,
website.
don't limit the debate to Ghana alone. Don't limit. Some of us are not in Ghana.
We are not. I'm talking about.
You are limiting. You are being nationalistic
let's
now.
talk about. Okay. Because I'm a Ghanaian. Okay, fine. Let's talk about Africa. Let's talk about Africa. Like I said, we use most of the informal means of communication. People want to when I have never heard any person asking, can I see his website? See, website is good for every photographer to have, whether being you are low or you are high. Every photographer, you should have it, but it shouldn't be your only means of ways of showing people your craft. Use other means, any means that can. That is why some people even have signboards. Any means that people can see the services you are offering, use it, because see, you'll be there and you say, and I don't get bookings because you've closed means, certain means that, trust me, some companies, big companies, will still come to your DM, will still come to your WhatsApp. Do you understand? You get these kind of connections from party places. Sometimes it will even be somebody's PA recommending you to somebody, and so on and so forth. So if you limit yourself to only website, of course, that is the professional way. But like I said, here we are in Africa, Ghana to be precise, we mostly use the informal means of communication. So if you're a photographer and you want to take advantage of clients, like want to take advantage of the market and make clients, and of course make money, because that is all what it's about. If this is not about making money, then what are we doing? It's about making money. Equipment are very expensive. So whatever we are doing it because we want to also make some means, some ends from whatever we are doing. So if there is a way that you can use informal means to also get other clients added to the clients that you have, why not take the chance?
Okay, Chocolate, your time is up.
Okay, so
you
Nana
didn't
Kweku-
add the 20 seconds. You didn't add
no,
the 20
she
seconds.
did. Amma is just so
I
she
did.
swore to keep justice at first. So all right. So my attention has been drawn that there is some deviation going on. Now, this is what I explained, that we are going to have different rounds. So the first round, you tell us about how it has affected your craft, whether positively or negatively. Now, we are not looking at whether you should use social media or not. We are looking at whether it, there are people who make it like their priority. They boost posts, they invest in social media marketing. Like that's where they get their clients from. Other people too get their clients from referrals, word of mouth. I know certain I've tried to bring Timothy of Team 1,000 Words, because he is not even on social media, but he's a photographer. He makes his money. So I was trying to bring him on board, but I have not been able to reach him. You get it?
Even
so,
you yourself, you are debating small.
Chocolate, please mute your mic. Thank you.
No, even you yourself, you are debating.
So the thing is now,
Yourself, you are debating.
in the first round, you tell us how it has helped or not helped you. In the second round, as you guys are seeing now, you tell us like the benefits. Then in the third round, you're going to advise. Nobody is saying don't have a website or don't be on social media. We are looking at the priority. Which one should you use more for marketing purposes? There are people who are like every gig that can. Catalyst, is your hand coming up?
Please, if you say debate is debate. Okay, debate is, I don't know.
Amma, will you come to my aid now?
Debate is when I pick a point made by my opponent and I counter it. That is debate. And then I throw more light on my point. I am debating. Unless you tell me that, then we should come here and
so Amma, is there a deviation?
The important.
Or we are on track?
It's debate.
Chocolate, relax. Relax. You and Catalyst, you guys, I don't know what you guys ate.
I think for the first, I think if there were rules, it wasn't made clear from the beginning. So I don't think the first round followed what you just said. Because in the first round, everyone was talking about the relevance or the importance of having a website as versus having a social media platform.
Yeah.
So it's not really following in that order.
Okay, so they all deviated the first round.
Exactly. I don't know if they gave the rules from the beginning.
I explained to them before we started that the first round, you tell us how it has affected you personally. So when Seun was giving using people as example, you remember I stopped him and told him that he is supposed to use his personal experience to explain to us.
Please, it is debate. Debate, you use elements, point.
No, but
counterpoint. Hey, listen. Then don't make it a debate. Make it a discussion. If you should debate, I'll pick a point Catalyst will make and counter. He will pick my point and counter.
No, but there are rounds. There are rounds for all that. Let's say first round, we are going to do stuff like the second round. This is what we'll talk about. Otherwise, we are going to end up just countering people's claims, and then it's going to be all in the mess.
Okay, then let's start all over again.
No, so we the first round is gone. Now the second round, so 10 seconds.
Sorry, Chocolate, it seems you are having a laugh. Michael, you didn't actually give us a proper rules.
Catalyst.
You didn't actually give us. Wait.
The audience, please come to my aid.
Let me die before you bury me. Listen, there is something Chocolate said that has been biting my mind. So
hold on, your submission.
Chocolate has limited the conversation.
Please, hold on.
He has limited the conversation.
When your time comes, you will do that submission. But for now, let's get the rules.
Let him submit.
No, hold on. Otherwise, otherwise we won't finish. Now let's go according to order. When is your time? So that's why you see, I like it when I see those of you with pens. So note down whatever it is that you want to talk about. So when is your time? Then you come on. You get it. But Catalyst, I know you are a very, very fair person. Did I make the rules clear when we started concerning the first round?
Yes, you did. But
Seun was even going overboard, and I told him that.
Wait, you asked me a question. You asked me a question. So am I supposed to answer? You did make the rule clear, but it wasn't relevant enough for this debate.
God bless you, Catalyst. God bless you.
Yeah,
because
right.
personal experiences on social media. I have a personal experience where someone bullied me on social media. Is it relevant to this discussion? I don't think so.
No, so I said concerning this topic, your personal experience when it comes to marketing, right?
I don't market on social media, so it means the first
10 minutes, so you tell us
I'm not supposed to talk.
No, so you tell us that you don't, and so. Then we move on. You get it?
Then that
somebody bullying you has nothing to do with your marketing.
Giving someone 10 minutes to make a very good point against me because I have nothing to say.
No, it's up to you. No, it's your time, so it's up to you whether you have a point or not.
Alabi.
Like I said, this is debating. We are debating. So therefore,
okay, all right. So, hold on. Everybody mute your mic. Now, lawyer, let's get some ground rules, then we can go on. So all of you kindly mute your mics, except
hello.
Before my connection,
okay, so
can I get my turn?
Elex, 1 second. Hold on. Let's make let's specify, then we can move on. All right. So, lawyer.
So there has to be some order. It looks like the debaters want to take over the debate from the...
Especially Catalyst and Chocolate.
And Chocolate. So, but I do agree with them to some point. You cannot narrow down people's arguments in terms of when they are debating on a topic. You've given them a broad area of topic to address. So as much as possible, you don't have to limit them to like what you expect them to address. The topic is there, it's clear. I don't think there's any misunderstanding when it comes to the topic, except some people have raised some interpretation issues somewhere. But as much as possible, it should flow. So we shouldn't really limit people to specific ways of addressing the topic. It should flow so that the conversation would be.
We just give them the time.
I mean,
they choose
so
how
Chocolate,
to present.
we give them the time and then they present. So I think Chocolate has done his 10 minutes for the second round. So the next person should take over and do 10 minutes.
Okay, so now there is an issue that has been raised up. Should we leave it broadly as social media, or should we categorize the specific social media platforms? Catalyst, 1 second.
Michael, 1 second, I can't speak. So if you are going to extend, I'll talk.
No, what I'm saying is let's arrive at a conclusion. Should we specify the social media platforms, or should we leave it broad, social media?
Is it still 1 second?
No, this is a question to all of you. So I need, in an orderly manner, one person at a time. Just answer yes or no. Should we specify the social media, or we should leave it broad? Catalyst.
What is social media? In your view,
we specify, or should we just leave it broad?
It's your topic. So what is the social media you're talking about?
No, but we are all here at one. Hold on, Chocolate. Hold on. I beg. No, hold hold on. I'm taking answers for a question. Once we are done, then we will come back. So, Sheun, should we restrict it to
Michael,
certain platforms, or should we
you
leave
just
it broad?
cut me off. You just cut me
I
off.
didn't cut you off. You were not. You are not ready to answer. So we'll come back.
Oh,
we'll come back to you, Kata.
Okay,
to make it much interesting.
So,
to make it much
should we make it
much interesting? Do not restrict anybody. It is just let
not
me
anybody. Don't be social media in general, or we should pick certain platforms.
Bro, no, make it broad.
Okay, thank you.
Make it wide.
Thank you. Chocolate. Should we restrict it to certain platforms, or we should leave it open? Yes or no? Just answer that one. We'll come back to you.
No.
You see?
No. Somebody spoke. He didn't speak within yes or no. He said something. You see, I told you this thing from the beginning that if you are
should we restrict
social media,
yes or no?
Listen. I said that if you are saying social media and you are talking about Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, then everybody who has spoken for or has spoken against the motion. I'm talking about Selah, and so they have deviated.
So, Chocolate, should we specify the social media platforms, or should we leave it?
This is what I said. This is what I said. I said specify. Else, anybody talking about website has deviated.
Okay, thank you. So we have yours. Selah, should we specify the social media platforms, or should we leave it broad?
Right now, I'm very confused.
Wait,
right now, I'm very
Selah,
confused.
Before you come in, let me just interject. Ganane, I think you are changing the whole topic of the debate.
No, but these are the same people who are
taking
me back door, telling me that we are going like
the topic is there. Should social media be a priority to photographers? That is the topic that we are debating. If Chocolate wants to argue that website is a social media, that is his debate. That is his argument for the motion, right?
Okay.
If Catalyst thinks the other way around, that is his argument against the motion. So we don't have to limit, we don't have to limit people to particular social media. Other than that, someone else will come and say, we'll pick Twitter and say, okay, let's focus on Twitter as against all the others as well, and then it changes the dynamics of the argument. So let everyone argue the way they want to.
All right. So what our lawyer has said in heaven. So from what our lawyer has said, you guys, I'm not going to listen to you. We are going to continue with how it's going. So the first thing I did, which was to get rounds with specific ones, we are going to abolish that. Now we give you your 10 minutes and you talk about how or whatever you want to say, whether you're for or against the motion. There's no restriction. Talk about it. Now, if you want to use a particular platform for your presentation, that's up to you. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, Joey, are you still here? You've been silent for some time.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening to you.
All right. I like the way you've been composed. You are not like the other two. Now, the other three. Now, Elex, are you here with us?
Yeah.
Sorry, Michael, what do you mean by that statement?
You don't like Ahoto.
Okay, Catalyst, hold on. Let's hear from Elex.
Michael, withdraw the last statement. Withdraw that statement.
A sincere apology to us.
I apologize for profiling the other three.
Michael, there is something in law, if I'm permitted to say, which states Namo Judas Nikaswaswa. You cannot judge.
What language is that?
You cannot judge in your own interest. So be careful tonight.
Okay, thank you. Ama, this guy yesterday, they started this whole thing yesterday, but we will come back to that. Elex, is your network okay?
I hope so.
Okay, all right. So give us your 10 minutes. Talk to us.
All right, thank you. And hi to everybody on the platform. Social media approach should be a priority to photographers. Oh, I see. Can you hear me? Is it loud and clear?
Hold on. I think there's feedback. Let me mute every other person. All right. So you go on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
It's loud and clear. Kat, can you hear me?
He can hear you. Just go on. We can hear you.
All right. Okay. So I think that social media, in the long term, should not be. They say I'm hearing echo. Is it true? Shion,
Yeah,
I don't want to hear the echo. Or you can
we
hear echo.
understand. We understand. Maybe your studio is empty. Is your studio empty? Is it a big?
It's relatively empty. Okay, so you let me reduce the volume. Yeah. Okay, so I think that social media should not be the main priority for photographers in the long term. Why do I say this? In the beginning, we all start by flaunting our images on social media. We want to get some kind of recognition. But it all depends on where you want to arrive, what you want to achieve as a photographer. Initially, you'd start with taking pictures and sharing it with friends and family, and ultimately, some of your pictures will end up on social media. But in my humble opinion, I think that social media can only take you so far. If you want to deal with big clients, or let's use me as an example, this is where I'd use me as an example. I would want to deal with companies, and usually companies like to work with companies. And in such an environment, social media plays a little role because they want to relate with you and they want to see your website. Social media can take you to a certain point, but you need to have a certain relationship. You need to have a connection. And so they would invite you for meetings. They would ask you to bring your portfolio. Sometimes the portfolio might be a printed book of someone. Other times you write them to your portfolio at your website, on your website. Yes, some might accept social media accounts, but the very, very big companies would want to see a website with a well organized portfolio. And I think as photographers, there have been people who have taken the lead before us, and they have had certain experiences, and we need to learn from some of their experiences. Just the other day on your platform, I had a guest who said that one of his favorite photographers of all time is Joel Grimes. And Joel Grimes teaches some of these things. And one of the things he hammers on the most is to have that you can direct your clients to. Ultimately, you want to achieve greatness in photography environment. I think you're going to have to deal with portfolios and websites. Social media, as I said, it will only take you so far, but where the big bucks is going to be with your website and your portfolio. So that's what I'd like to share. In conclusion, I'll give you my experience. When I first started as a wedding photographer, I dealt a lot with social media. And yes, it did help me to some extent. I would pay for ads on Facebook, pay for ads on Instagram, pay for ads on Twitter. And Twitter was very expensive, but it pushed me to some level. But after a while, the environment became extremely saturated and the impact was not being made as much as it was formerly. More of my business or more of the gigs that I get are coming from referrals and people who are being driven to my website. So for me personally, I think that websites and portfolios have a great role to play to a photographer more than social media. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well made. Well made. All right. So we are moving to the next round. Who would want to start?
I don't see why Kweku is raising his hand. He has already gone 20 minutes. So he's already going to his third round.
So Katali, would you want to start the second round?
Yes.
Okay, please go on. 9:30, your time starts. 10 minutes.
Now, the first statement I'd like to make is that self-limitation shouldn't be an excuse to narrow down this debate. In the sense that if you live in Ghana and if you think you've never seen anyone who responds to emails, that is not an excuse for you to limit the debate. We are talking about photographers, not Ghanaian-based photographers. So what I'll say is, and I'll repeat it once more, that social media doesn't have a limitation where we'll say we'll stick to some particular platform. The definition of social media is clear for everyone to understand. It's unfortunate that if one does not understand, that shouldn't be a limitation to this discussion as well. Now that I've cleared all limitations and doubts, we are going to base our discussion or our debate on facts. The fact is clear and it will keep being clear. Photography is a business. And for it to be a business that runs, it has to follow the protocols of business. Social media is an influencing platform. It's a platform to showcase personalities of individuals. Corporate organizations use that as a platform to market to consumers. Now, based on your consumption level, you might focus on individuals. If you are doing events, I'll repeat this again. If you are doing events, that's fine. Maybe your consumer base is the normal individual right there on the street, but that makes you a small business enterprise. It makes you a small business enterprise. Now, in order to grow to be a large business, there are protocols you follow when you're dealing with other large businesses. You will have to submit a proposal. You would have to bid for work. You have to send through your portfolio. You would have to make cold calls and you have to send cold emails or have agency representation. My colleague said that he has never seen anyone who responds to emails. I can say for a fact that I know 7 photographers in Ghana who have been in Ghana, stationed in Ghana, have not gone anywhere. 3 of them do not have social media presence in terms of their photography. But when we mention the 5 highest paid photographers in Ghana, those 3 names are in there. Now they are on social media, but it only showcases their personality as an individual. It has nothing to do with their photography work. So social media is not their avenue for marketing. I'll keep saying this and this again. The little kid from the village or from the city somewhere, or who just graduated, who just bought a camera, starting photography, should not be misled to think that quantity is better than quality. They should not be misled to think that quantity of clients is better than quality of clients. If I have a client and I'm able to shoot 3 times in a year, and those 3 times are going to guarantee me an income of, say, 1 million Ghana cedis, you can shoot 365 weddings and be charging 100 cedis per wedding. That will guarantee you 36,500 cedis. That is quantity, because if you focus on social media, you are going to get social media kind of client, which is equivalent to you being a small business enterprise, which means small business enterprises have their definition, which is a low income revenue generating base in photography business. If you focus on getting high-end clients, you fall into the category of getting large corporations to work with. Getting large corporations means you have to deal with emails. It means you have to deal with cold calls. You have to deal with portfolio review from them, going to their office, sitting down at meetings, conference calls, over and over and over, in order to get the revenue which is attributed to large business enterprises. I'll say this and say this clearly. We are photographers and it's a business, and we are focused on maximizing that business. To me, social media is not a priority for a photographer whose vision is to be a large business enterprise. So let's not say that social media is a priority for photographers. It's not. It's a priority to showcase the personality of a photographer, which is one of the essential needs of being hired by large corporations. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Who is next? Stella? Chocolate, hold on. Stella, please come on.
Very powerful speech.
Stella, please come on.
Hi. You said something?
Where is Stella?
I'm here.
Yes, please come on. It's your time.
Yes. It's my time. Okay, so
yes.
Okay, so going back to the points I made, being formal, and that's what I think Catalyst hit on. We actually need to think about the aspirations of the photographer. Are you okay shooting pre-birthdays? Are you okay shooting the occasional dinner? Or you want to aspire for shooting for agencies and seeing your pictures on billboards? That's one thing we are not taking into consideration, yes. So the aspiration of the photographer is basically what will push you to look more formal or to look more engaging. So you have photographers like Catalyst mentioned who don't have social media presence or any form of work to say, oh, this guy shot this guy shot this. No, you don't have anything like that. You have photographers who have their works out there, but then you can never pin it to them until someone mentions that, oh, I was on set with this guy and this is what he actually shot. You'll be shocked. Like mentioning names like Francis Kokoko and even Apag himself. There's this trend in Ghana, and it's been happening for a long time now, where when someone who's popular starts posting something on social media, the up-and-coming photographers want to join that craze. And when I started, I got advice from a lot of people saying it's not everything or every sort of work you do that you put out there. For example, the area of architectural photography. There are lots of people we know who shoot real estate all the time, but ask them if they post. No. Because if they probably post, what's going to happen is then all the eyes of upcoming photographers are going to shift there. So one thing about social media is it may cause like some sort of congestion. So you also have photographers who want to shoot day in, day out. And you also have photographers who want to grab that one client and then they push them work probably every 1 month or every 2 months. They get a job done, they go back, they relax. Some people want to be workhorses, fine. And generally, I think the workhorses usually showcase more on social media. the people who are more formal, who want to be associated with agencies, usually go the more professional routes. It's fine. Everybody has a sort of I'll say plan for their business. We won't dispute that fact. But then, if, like Chocolate was saying, if we want to educate the up and coming photographers, the people who may possibly take out their last cash to buy a camera so that they can start something, it has to be done the right way, like Catalyst said. Formality. Get a formal business going. Focus. You can actually even focus on social media. Yes, you can be engaging. Yes, you can follow the latest trends. It may influence whatever you're going to shoot. But then, if that emphasis is always on social media, you're going to run at a sort of loss, because there are lots of things that go on that hardly show up on social media. You'll be shocked that people pick up jobs all the time, and then it has nothing to do with social media. So we have to keep, I think, an open mindset on both platforms, as in being formal or like sticking to social media. Honestly, I think this is a very big argument. We may not have enough time to make our points clear. We may at some point deviate and all, but I think everybody has good inputs. It may be how we are probably putting it together, that issue. So, Chocolate, I am not disputing your opinion, but I think a lot of us differ as photographers. So it's very hard to, I'll say, applaud you on what you said. And like even with Catalyst points, there are still some like bugs or holes in there, yes, but everybody differs as photographers. So I think we should respect everybody's opinion. And then I think we should talk more about this topic, because it's a very big one. Like Shane was saying. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, your round 2 is done. Now, Chocolate, please come in.
You're saying Chocolate should come in, and you're giving him the third chance. That's the third time.
That's not a third time, is it?
That is the third time.
Is that his third time?
So
yes, it is.
Is his third time?
Yes.
This is my third
Chocolate,
time.
hold on. Okay, Chocolate, hold on. Then hold on, please. Joey.
Hello.
Okay, I think you were the first person to speak, and that was it. So to be fair, it's you. Then after you, I think Seun, and then Elex. Then we come to Chocolate. So Chocolate, please hang on. So Joey, let's go. 10 minutes.
Let Seun talk. I'll come in later.
What?
Let Seun talk. I'll come in after Seun.
Joey, talk. Joey, is your turn.
You guys, why?
Please.
No,
Joey,
after listening to what Catalyst said, I think I'll change my motion from yes, social media should be a priority to photographers.
Is that allowed?
Yes. Oh, you can. Well, it's not a debate where we have to be marked or something like that.
Hold on, Joey, relax. Hold on. Is it allowed?
I mean, this is very unheard of, but let's give him the benefit.
Okay, so it's unheard of. So Joey,
what he has to say.
You remain there.
It's part of creativity.
Yes, it's creativity. But the thing is, I won't dispute what Catalyst said. Neither will I dispute what Chocolate said. Chocolate is looking at this at photography in Ghana, and we all know photography in Ghana. Well, it will be quite difficult from let's say an upcoming level or should I put it this way, a hustler level to think of photography as a high-end something, like what Catalyst was saying, whereby social media will be just for personal references. But if you're in Ghana and you are budding and coming up, yes, the misconception that social media is everything and quality over quantity is better. The more you get into it, the more you realize that quality is better than quantity. I think everyone has traveled that journey where we all, I don't know for most of you, but from my end or from the people I am actually, should I say, mentoring, or from the people I look up to, sometimes all came up with quality over quantity. So you get into the game and you realize that these are the little mistakes that one has to let go so that it will be more like, will be more of a high-end kind of photography than a low-end kind of photography. So I believe it's a learning curve for everybody. And I, in as much as I want somebody or someone who is coming up to take up Catalyst idea of what social media and what websites are, I believe each and everybody has to go through stages. It's more like trying to compare this to, let's say, the stages in life. Everybody goes through the baby stage to the teen stage, or adult to the adolescence to adulthood. So yeah, you can't just jump from being a baby to being an adult in an instant. So I believe if it's about being a high-end photographer, well, it has to go through processes where you realize that quantity and quality are probably something we misunderstand here in the country. So it's best you let any budding photographer go through the quality stuff. Then when you, the photographer who is budding, gets to where you think you are, you realize that quantity is better than quality. I went through that and it has helped me. In as much as you want to educate somebody not to go through this process, it's best if they go through it so that they understand it better. You always see experience is better than whatever.
Joey, I want to get you right. I want to get you right. You said quantity over quality, right?
Yes. No. I'm not saying quantity over quality.
But that's what you said.
I am trying to make a point. Please don't put words in my mouth.
Ama, is that not how he said it? He said he
oh,
believes in.
Ghana, oh, why are you like that? I didn't say that.
But at least you heard him. Is that not what he said?
No, I am saying this is, and I said, please let me clarify it. I am saying no one gets up from being a baby to being an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody wants quantity. Everybody wants quality. Oh, relax for me. Everybody wants quality over quantity. Like the quality kind of photography over quantity kind of photography.
You see? You are confusing yourself.
No, I'm not confused. Let me finish. Oh, please. I said everybody wants quality photography over quantity photography. You understand? But I believe everyone has to go through the stage of quality photography, a quantity photography, to attain quality photography. Oh no! You see, you are trying to confuse yourself. Everyone has to go through quantity photography to attain quality photography. I believe.
Now, if
I'm not wrong, I believe everyone here went through the stage where they thought shooting more gigs was better than was better at a point. So they realized that actually shooting a particular gig, or let's say 2 or 3 gigs, and charging the required amount is better than shooting 5 to 10 gigs. The Chinese way of making business and the UK way of making business. So that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, Seun.
Hello. Yeah. Well, I would say I do support what Joey just said now. However, I believe if an upcoming photographer should aim at the top, not just stay at the same level they were or they are and stick to that level. They should aim higher. So if an upcoming photographer decide to stick to Instagram, let me use Instagram to do all their marketing, to do everything about their job. What if that social media platform ceases to exist or changes their mode of display, and you have to pay for that service? Upcoming photographers will now have a problem of how to, because they are getting it for free. To be candid, is because Instagram is just a medium of it's just a free medium. That's why you have all Tom, Dick, and Harry jumping there to showcase their work. But it should aim higher. Having in mind you start photography. Not everybody started photography and just went into the market and bought a full frame. You understand? You start with an hobby gradually and you start building it. But not just sticking to a social media platform, because to me, I see social media as an interactive section. That's how I see it. I have never seen it in the marketing way. And oftentimes, I've gotten clients, but most of my current clients, I didn't get them from Instagram or from any social media. In fact, I was forced by a client to open Instagram. I never did. I still sent an email. I still have a link. I still have a link to date that will send you a link for you to view my work. And after viewing, it will tell you you have so minutes more, and it expires. You can't view it anymore, or you can't even download on it. I believe everybody should aim to be at the high end. That's why I'm not looking at it from the view. That's why I was hard on chocolate by saying stop viewing it from a nationalist perspective, as in stop viewing it from Africa level. View it global. Mind you can start from that perspective also, but you aim at competing with Peter Hodley, Chris Knight. You should aim at that. Aim at that. How do you aim at that? Are you going to stick to Instagram only? No. Chris Knight now has not posted anything on his social media for a year, and he's been working. He has been working. So social media, to me, as a person, I'm not dragging it too much. It's a medium of interaction between creatives. It's not the main avenue to showcase your work. And if you don't know something, let me bring it to your attention. If somebody does not like your work on Instagram, they report your page. And if Instagram does not check it properly, they will put your page down. So you now start submitting a report. You now start telling them, no, I did this. But if you have your own personal page, no one is going to do that. Just like Michael, we were on live. He was editing live, and the person was on bikini. And before you know, somebody somewhere just reported, and YouTube just shuts the page down. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
So it's because it's because you don't own that platform. So the owner dictates what goes on it. But if it's yours, your creativity, if it's your website, nobody is going to pull you down. Come on. Okay. Of recent, I went to before the lockdown, a photographer in the United Kingdom. I'm not permitted to mention his name because the event was done in a national museum. It was in Akakos. He sold an image he took from Ghana. You know that Ghana, welcome to Ghana, Akwaba, or whatever. You know that Black Star. He took an image somewhere there with that Black Star on it, and he sold it for £12,000 because it was auction. And you will not see him. You've not seen him on any social media. there are other avenues to showcase your work. Yeah, you could do online marketing, not via social media, but through your website. You could link up. You could give your work out. You could still say, okay, what about the avenue whereby you print your work and you put it on a portfolio, hardware, and you hand it. There are two different things: the visual work you do and the physical one. When you hand in over your portfolio or your a portfolio to a client and they view it, if they look at your work formally, maybe they decided to pay you, let me say, £300, or let me say 800 Ghana cedis. And because of the quality of the work you place in their hands and the presentation you made physically, they will decide, they need to go higher, right? Yeah, if you tell them, oh, I'll charge you 3,000 cedis now, because they've seen the quality of what you're bringing onto the table, and not sticking to your Instagram page where you do the caricature and just before we call it easy answer. You just draw all the graph and just to arrive at an answer. No. So we'll still encourage everyone to build their own personal website. And some companies have made it much easier, like Wax, like Squarespace. They've made it much easier for you to be able to build your website and market yourself. Via that. Somebody give the person a link to view your portfolio, your soft portfolio, your contract, you send it. I've attended to 4 emails today for some clients. Not through DM, emails, to send messages. So everywhere, but if you are talking in terms of chocolates, in terms of Ghana, Nigeria, West Africa, I totally understand your point of view. But that person in that market, in that low market, should aim at the people at the top. Like, okay, if I'm starting from this level, very soon I want to go higher. So just like, I don't know what you call it in Ghana. Are you telling me a baby lawyer who wants to still be a baby lawyer? You aim at being a QC or a SAN or a senior advocate. You aim at that level. Let us put it in that spectrum. You aim to go higher. Don't stick to social media. It's a distraction.
Seun, you've exhausted your 10 minutes.
Thank you. I was
Thank
waiting
you
for
very
that
much.
moment. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so Elex.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Right. So I'm not going to add too much to what I said initially. What I think most of my brothers have mentioned it in one way or the other. I think that for photographers and for people who are into business, and you see, that's one thing I like about Catalyst, because he always comments on the fact that photography is a business. And so we need to treat it as such. And for business, what most is marketing. Social media, only way of marketing your business. There are other ways to marketing your business. So, yeah, is one of them, but we must also be other types of we can engage. And we mentioned cold one way, active way of doing.
Okay, so Elex, please hold on. You're the only one. You are getting some kind of feedback from your end. Your voice sounds like a RoboCop, and anytime you talk, there is this, like, you have a backing vocalist behind you.
He's not using earpiece. He's not using Bluetooth. He's talking directly to the phone.
My connection today awful. Let me stop the feed and then just talk, and let's see if it's better. Is it better now?
It's still the same.
It's still the same.
No, it's still the same. Like anytime
He's
you
not
talk,
using
do you have an
he's not
earpiece
using an
there?
earpiece. He's not using an earpiece or anything. He's not
Okay,
connected.
so let's see if this will work.
Okay, try connecting your headset or earpiece.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, but that feedback is still there.
It's still there. I just don't know what it is. Know what it is.
Yeah, so are you using your phone?
No, I'm using the Mac. I'm using a Mac. I'm using a laptop.
Okay. Okay, all right. Let's go on. But just so you don't hurt people's ears, just make your submission a bit shorter so that we can avoid the feedback.
So I was saying that as much as possible, we should focus on the other types of marketing, and social media is one of them. But if you make social media your only priority, you'll be missing out on other types of marketing that jump on board. Referrals is one form of marketing. SEOs is one form of marketing. There are different types. So, as a photographer, social media can be beneficial, but if you rely only on social media, it will take you only so far. If you want to go higher, then you have to now look at the other types of marketing. You actually need to do your research and find out what other types of marketing is out there. How else can I get I'm a great photographer and people can hire me for certain dates. So I think I'll just I'll cut it short here so that my connection next time. And if my connection is bad, I blame they are not happy at all.
You blame who?
Vodafone.
Okay, yes, because yesterday Cicely was also using Vodafone in your neighborhood, and we couldn't continue because his network was bad. At least yours, we can even hear you. His kept breaking and all that. So you guys should go and petition to Vodafone so he fixes your Vodafone. Because he's also in your hood. You know that.
I see. So I'll work on that. Next time I'll come on with MTN.
Okay. Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
All right, so
Michael, you're not nice.
The final round. Now, this is going to be your conclusion, your advice, your everything. Put everything you said in one. Amma, are we okay?
Yes. But just to say that we've exhausted our 2 hours because I think the program is for 2 hours. So if we can have like one person to speak for and then another person to speak against, just to sum up all the arguments that have been made, and then we can just.
Lawyer has spoken. So I think there is only one against. No, there is only one for. The rest are all against. So you guys should decide. Chocolate, your position there, it is K that you are going to
speak. Chocolate and Catalyst. Go.
Okay, all right. So Chocolate and Catalyst, please battle it out. The two of you. Give advice the upcoming and those of us already there who don't know about these two things. There are people who say they are professional photographers who still don't know that you need a website. There are those anytime, even we are photographers, so let me limit it to photographers. Chocolate, I beg, carry on. Do we still maintain a 10 minutes? Okay, Chocolate, 10 minutes for you. Then after Catalyst goes. Hold on. Your mic is off. Now you are on. Talk.
10 minutes, eh?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll just have to make this brief and very brief because from the beginning, if you were listening very well, I never disputed any fact being raised on the other side of making photography very professional. The only problem I have is those going for against social media who are still talking about websites. And I made it Claire here or anybody else can Google and check out that website is also social media. That is the fact I want to. That is the only argument I'm making here. Nothing has Catalyst said that is not true. Because I'm going to use myself as an example. When I started, yes, it was from social media, where the social media bars started coming in. People started getting to know who I am and all those that was all from the social media. Now, I am not only centered on social media. I have a website. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on. I have to even check. There are some new applications or website that I came across during the lockdown period where you can showcase your works. Also, you understand? I am all about social media. You understand? So website is also part of it. You understand? If you want me to send you my portfolio through website, I'll do that. I have clients who will also come in for that. Would like to check out your website. You understand? Now, this is what I am saying. All I am saying is that whatever we are doing now the world has become like a global village where interactions are very let me say it could be formal or informal. You understand? Now, as a photographer, that I call myself a professional photographer because I am a professional photographer. Now, all of these gigs that Catalyst made mention, working for big brands, doing billboard shoots, I do all of those. Even today, I've done one of those. Do you understand? So all these kind of shoot that people have to come to you through other official means, I do all of those. My only point here is that I'm trying to state that social media is important because aside all the other means that one needs to ensure that they are putting your works out there, social media has become one of the biggest platforms where you can showcase your stuff. So why not also join social media where I can also showcase one or two of my stuff there to attract clients. Now, it doesn't mean that clients that comes from social media are those who are coming to you for the quantity based and not the quality based. Do you understand? Clients are coming to you whether being it individual or brands. Like I said, I put myself on an all-round kind of photographer. If you bring me high end, I will do high end. If you bring me event, I will do event. Any sort of photography that you bring to me, I will do it. So I have not limited myself to a particular niche. That is one. And two, this point that we are raising here, nobody is saying that if photography is not a business. It's a business, so therefore it should be done the right way. Yes, should be done the right way. But here lies the case. Let's take this issue for instance. After the lockdown, after the corona lockdown, each and everyone is looking for clients, right? We are all looking for clients. Do you understand? We are also from different areas where we can get clients. Do you understand? Now, me as a photographer, like I said, basically I am on every platform that Catalyst has mentioned, and I fall in any of these categories that he has mentioned. If you want to go to the website, I'm there. I've never disputed the fact that website is not important because, like I said, website is social media, and I am there. Any other social media where I can put my works, I am there. But let's look at it in this way too. Aside all of those, if you have social media too, it won't be bad. Not like say we are making it the only place that clients can come for. But being on social media, me, has helped me very well. And if I'm to give any advice to other upcoming photographers, I'll give them the same advice that see, first of all, taking the work that we are doing as photographers, taking it as a business and treating it as such. Also, using other means of other social media means it's not a bad idea. Because yes, some clients can also reach you through that, and it might not even be small brand, but they can reach you through social media. You understand? We go for the meeting and make the meetings and all of those. We go for the meeting and showcase our works and all of those. It's not always about social media, but social media is also important. Do you understand? So if you are a photographer and you take social media out and you want to use other means to let's say sell your craft, and you are not looking at the platform that is now reigning, which is social media, then I don't really know how you understand your marketing to be, because every marketer is looking at where there's a bigger market to showcase his or her product.
Okay,
So if
Chocolate,
I'm
you've
seeing that
exhausted your 10
there's
minutes.
a large market for
Gang, gang,
social
gang, gang,
media,
gang, 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 gang.
You've
well,
exceeded your 10 minutes by
What's
one more
happening?
minute.
of course I can't hear.
You so, okay, Catalyst. Please, your time.
Thank you very much. I will start with two stories. The story of the musician and the story of the accountant. So there was a musician or a music group called FBS from Ghana. When FBS started, they started as a dance group, and then they made a musical hit. They used to perform at birthday parties and kids' our day. Our day is end of semester for children in the elementary school. They used to perform over there. Now they made a big hit, but then what happened? They decided to stick to their roots, to still be dancing for birthday parties and little events. They were overwhelmed by the pressure that came with it, because now they are famous, so everybody wants them at their birthday party. So the group collapsed because of the pressure on it. The story of the accountant was that there is this chief accountant with 40 years experience. He started accounting using the ledger books. He will open the book and then he will write cash 2,000, buying of SD card 1,000. He will write all of that in the book. Then afterwards, do all the accounting in the book. After 40 years, he was still using the same method. What happened? Technology crashed him, and then he went out of business. My point is, we are here saying that when we started with social media, being on social media platforms, doing all of that, quantity over quality, blah, blah, blah. We have done that. We have gotten to a point where we know that. And I say clearly that I think at the end of the day, Chocolate is actually supporting our motion, which is social media is not a priority. Now, here is the thing. We said priority for photographers, not importance to a photographer. So when we weigh priorities, we can say cold calls are there, emails are there, proposals are there. Then maybe we can add social media. At the point where we blow up and we make it big and we have to drop certain things, probably social media will be the first to be kicked out of the door because it's not a priority. So, which is exactly what he stated, that at this point, he's shooting commercials, billboards, and all those things. His priority is not social media, but it's important. We all agree it's important. I'm on Instagram. Sheon is on Instagram. Alex is on Instagram. Pixel Rates is on Instagram. Even you, Ghanania, you are there.
Why
it's
even
important me? Because you're a moderator, so I don't want to bring you in too much.
Okay.
Now, at the end of the day, it's important, but is that the priority when you are up there? No. There are mistakes that we've done. You can ask Seller right here. When Seller started, he shoots shoes, caps, trees, all those things. We shoot everything. Then we grow up in the business and then we go like, all right, let me focus on portraits because that's my thing. Someone will say, let me focus on products because that's my thing. We've made our mistakes in the past. Why are we trying to encourage the young ones that we did those mistakes? You have to also go through those mistakes in order to make it. No. It's just like saying that at the end of the day, people like Usher started performing in clubs, started performing by the roadside, singing by the roadside. So Justin Bieber starts and then what? Go and sing by the roadside. No. He was coached to say, right now, there's a technology. Go and start from YouTube. You get the audience. If Justin is picking up somebody right now, he will not tell the person, go and sing on YouTube before I sign you. He will tell the person that, fine, let me try and get you the gigs right now so that you can make it big out there. Or go on AGT or go on The Voice, because that's the new platform that people are using. Here's the thing. We are at the point where we've realized that if you really want to make a big impact, starting at social media is like throwing you off the course. So start at the right place. Choose your niche. Choosing your niche, start learning how to write proposals. Start learning how to bid, pitching right now, so that you make your mistake. By the time you are big up there, you already know this at your fingertips. Not starting at social media as your priority. So when you get up there, you have to learn something new. That's why most of us end up signing onto your YouTube channel, trying to learn right now how to write contracts, how to bid for projects and all of that. Those are things we were supposed to have known way back, because the people we were learning from, they've gone through that and experienced that already. But then what do? We went to these people and they said, go and shoot everything. Go and post everything on social media. Get criticism, get all those things. The mistakes they also did. And at that point where they grew up, they had to take the time to learn contracts. And now we are also going through the same thing. And we want to tell the young ones that go and post on social media. Forget about the business side. So that when you grow, then you learn it. It might be too late for them. And we will keep doing this rotation, and then we'll call ourselves that, Africa, we are cursed. That's what we'll be saying to ourselves. We are not. We just don't want to learn from our mistakes. It's as simple as that. Encouraging someone to go on social media and keep posting and fight with you for the clients that you already have on social media who like you. Let's say somebody, you know the 3 photographers. If I should say mention 2 top photographers in Ghana, you will mention Focus and Blair, you will mention Source, you will mention Gemma. At the end of the day, they have captured that platform. How do you get another market? You want to go as a startup to fight with these same people for the same cake. Why not bake another cake? These are the things that we are supposed to teach the new generation. But here we are saying that social media is a thing. Let's go back there. Let's go make the same mistake. So when we grow, we'll learn again. That's not what we want to do. It's not a priority. We now know the priorities. We now know how to get these jobs. We now know what a commercial photographer is expected to do. If someone comes to you and says, I want to shoot for the billboard, I want to be a commercial photographer, don't tell the person that first go and be a consumer photographer. No, we are now in the realm where people are specializing right from the scratch. We generalize before we specialize. Why are we telling people to also go and generalize? They can just specialize right from the scratch. You have universities. Those days, they used to say business administration. Then everybody is there. Now they have courses where they say accounting, marketing, HR, specifics, because that's specialization. Why are we not growing as an industry, photographers? And we want to still focus on, let's do the same thing we used to do 5 years ago, 10 years ago, when social media now came in 2009, when Facebook showed up. We are in 2020. You are still telling someone, go to Facebook and try and make it there. It doesn't work that way. Algorithms have changed. If someone goes on Instagram right now, those days when you have 100 followers on Instagram, you post, you get 100 people seeing it. Now, if you have 10,000 followers, you get only 50 people seeing your work. What's the relevance there? How does that make it a priority? Why are we focusing on these things when algorithms are still changing? It's not. But the old methods are still working. The emails are working. The cold calls are working. Going to the companies to show your portfolio, it's working. Why are we not focusing on that? The ones that work, not the ones that everyone has done before. So that's my point. Social media is not a priority now. It's important. It has its way, but it's not a priority for a long-term photographer who is focused on making photography business their priority. Social media is not part of those priorities at all. So that's all I'll say. Thank you.
I'm waiting for the thank you. Thank you. Okay, so Godfather, Ama, please, let's give Godfather 5 minutes for his submission. Selah, now we can see you. So summarize everything for us in 5 minutes.
Wait, me?
Yes, you, Selah. Who else?
I thought you had a Godfather.
But I'm the one calling.
I thought you had a
I'm the
Godfather.
one calling you out.
Selah, talk. Stop dancing.
No. I summarized already. Didn't I summarize?
Now, after hearing all that everybody has said, summarize everything for us in 5 minutes or less.
Are you listening?
Okay, all right. So I think there's one thing we've neglected. So guys, those of you listening, please, if you have any question, please drop them. We'll do this within 5 minutes and we've closed. Amma needs to sleep. She needs her beauty sleep. So let's do the question 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, we won't take any more questions. So if you feel there is any question or these people have spoken, if there is anything you would want to find out from them, please, this is the time for you to send the questions. Every question will be projected so they can see and then answer them. In the meantime, Selah, Seun, why is your finger up?
Yeah, I want to say something. Somebody was writing, I was going through the commentary.
30 seconds.
Yeah, Justice was saying something. I just want to correct. You should have probably joined us halfway. We were not saying social media.
Actually, Justice is a social media person. He's a Wikimedia administrator.
So all we were saying is that social media is not a priority for photographers. We are not saying is needed. All bigger brands, they have social media platform also, but all we are saying is photographers should not just be solely dependent on social media. There are other avenues to be out there. Justice, that's what I picked up from your comments. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Justice is with Wikipedia Ghana. Selah, please carry on.
I did a summary already.
Selah doesn't want to talk. Okay, somebody is asking. Jack is asking, so which websites do you recommend? Which websites, as in the hosting websites, or what do you mean? Okay, so Seun, you were talking about certain websites you use to send like your works to clients. They view, and then after a period, they disappear, right? I'm sure that's what you're talking about.
Wix and is it Squarespace or something? There are so many.
Okay, guys, you know what? I will compile a list of all these websites that make it easy for you to be able to create your website on the fly. I'll compile it, and then we'll have another session where we will discuss it, how to, get your Today we've discussed the importance of all these other marketing strategies. So we'll have another session, and we'll give you the links to all these various places. Now, Justice is saying social media is a priority for every business. It all boils down to your strategy and how you approach it. That's from Justice. Kpakpo. There are only Kpakpo in the building. Okay, so Amma, please release us so that we can release those who have to sleep, because some are threatening me that we die here today. So please release us so that those who have to
who said that? Nobody said we die here today. Amma. Let Amma have a lovely night. Thank you.
I think everyone made like valid points. For me, one key thing that I took out of this, and it was one thing I was looking out for. The topic was the social media. Should social media be a priority to photographers? I like the fact that Chocolate addressed addressed whether website would also constitute social media, because when everyone when everyone started arguing it, and then the issue of website as against social media, it was one of the key things that hit me. Like, will website fall into that category of social media? If per the definition that he had given, and from the definition that I had been scrolling online and had come across, he would have shut the argument down easily. But because at some point when the argument got heated, he started, shifting his position. So at the end of the day, it came down to discussing what everyone else was discussing. Another thing that I also took out of this was what Catalyst said, and I think Catalyst's point really came out at the end when he was doing his summary, not at the beginning for me, because at the end he defined what would constitute priority in the sense, and then he sort of distinguished priority from relevance or importance. And so now we all know that, yes, everyone should have a social media, everyone should have a website, but what priority would you give to your website as against your social media? And that is the key thing about this whole debate. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a social media and you should just have a website. When he did his summary, he raised the point that yes, you should have a social media, but you should also have a website. At the end of the day, the whole discussion is about which of these two you should give more priority to. So that sort of like summed up the whole argument that was being made. So at the end of the day, everyone was virtually saying the same thing. I don't think there was so much difference in terms of that, but perhaps the argument would have came in more when it came to the issue of priority, and not necessarily the issue of social media in the sense. So at the end of the day, Chocolate seems to be saying the same thing as Catalyst was saying as well. So I mean, it's good. I think in the comments, someone was talking about, I think was making valid points. One of the key things that he raised was how you use your social media platform, because someone else could prioritize their social media and focus on that. But at the end of the day, it's about understanding how to use the social media. He talked about strategy, I think, and then he talked about how you approach it, so how you use it. And those are fundamental things. If you understand it, that's fair enough. If you understand it enough to make it a priority, that is fair enough. But then when Catalyst was talking, he drew the distinction between how the formal and then the informal. And then we know that social media starts an
Amma has been humbled. Welcome back.
It started as an informal platform, and it is only recently that it's getting some sort of formality, in a sense. So if you're able to know how to use it and strategize it, then fair enough, you can prioritize it. But if you want formality for your business as a photographer, then a website is so this
website too is a social media. This thing, people have been going back and forth with it. Oh,
Chocolate.
Website is a
social
media.
If you are taking the fact,
hold on.
So if you are taking the fact that website is also a social media, know how to use which social media for your benefits. Know how to prioritize which of the social media, and then everyone knows. Like everyone agrees that website gives you a formality in a sense. So I'm not really looking at the issue of social media, but the issue of priority, which Catalyst drew out when he was making a summary at the end of the debate. So these are my take homes. I don't know, everyone has their take homes. I just thought I should share. Right.
That was very awesome. Now
I think I can go to
you're welcome.
I can go to bed.
No
now.
problem. You
Bye.
can go now.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
the rest of them said we die
Okay.
here.
Bye.
Okay, Amma, thank you very much.
Bye.
Okay, so Paco, if you want to join, Paco, you can join now. Okay, so guys, this is the thing. This is what I want us to do. Now, this has been a very, very useful discussion. There are people out there who don't even know websites exist. You tell them, do you have a website? They're like, Me, as I'm sitting here talking to you, my website has been under construction for the past, I think, 3 years. It's been under construction. I've had a domain name since, 2 different domain names joined to the same hosting, but it's been under construction since. I used to be a programmer. Like, I could sit down one day and then put this together, but the laziness has stopped me. So guys, let's take websites seriously. Okay, Paco is here. Let's take websites seriously. You know, we'll have another session, same guys here. Then we will discuss what hosting, or what package Catalyst uses, what Seller uses. Elex, I know you don't have a website, or it's not even fun. It's just like my own. Chocolate, what host you use? And like Seun said, there is Wix, there is Squarespace, there is Kofi. Kofi mentioned one. It's very cheap. I think it's $20 a month. Oh, I've forgotten the name. And most of these websites, you don't need somebody else to build them for you. You just do drag and drop.
WordPress.
WordPress.
No, it's not WordPress. Even that one is. No, WordPress is even too complicated. There is one, Kofi. Oh, it's simple. It's just like Wix. You just pay $20 a month, and they give you the domain name and then the hosting. So all you have to do is drag and drop. And they even have templates and all. And that one is specifically for creatives, photographers, portfolios. Everything is there. So you just feed it the info, and it creates it for you. Very, very cheap. So we'll discuss all these later, so that it will make it. As Catalyst said, Charlie, I like that point. Let's teach them the right thing from now, especially those of us who have the chance to mentor people. Let's let them know that you don't need to, start from social media. Start, Charlie, straight from websites. And I keep telling the models, most of them, you ask them, where is your portfolio? Then they say Instagram. I'm like, Charlie, print some, even if it's 10-page photo book. When you're going for meetings, you take them along, you show the clients. You don't even need to talk. Once you put the book there, the client goes through and they see your work. So we will talk about this again, but next time it won't be just talk. We'll show them like which services are available for them to use and all that. And then even with the social media, I'm sure that Twitter works better for some people. Some people, LinkedIn works better. Some even Pinterest works better for them for exposure. So we will delve into all these things and then show them which social media apps they can use instead of wasting their time on one particular one. I know somebody will go on Twitter and all they do is start following the trending topics and then they get lost. Sometimes myself, I go there, I'm going to post a picture. By the time you go your timeline, you see some stories will just distract you. You spend 2 hours there doing nothing productive. Even Instagram, the same thing. So we'll take them through all these things. And as I said, those of us who have the chance to be teaching people, mentoring people, let's do as Catalyst said. Let's start teaching them the new school, the new way of getting out there. We started from social media.
Social media is not somewhere to be.
We are not saying it's not important. That's not what we are saying. It is important. But the thing is, let's do today. If Instagram shuts down today, Chocolate, what will you do?
I have
if for the next 12 hours. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. There are photographers who
shut down 12 applications. I'm using my phone. I would have.
There are photographers.
Shut down all those 12 applications and shut down websites because websites.
Chocolate, now that is you. So now let's say that's you. You see, you have that idea. There is somebody whose presence is only on Instagram.
They are using experience to advise. Okay.
No, hold on. No. Let me make my point. Let me make my point too. There are photographers, and I mean it. Mm-hmm. Their only social media presence is Instagram. They don't even know about Twitter. And that's Catalyst. Am I lying? Seller, is it not true? There are people, there are photographers, only Instagram. Now, that what I'm saying is now your personal website going down, the risk is what? 0 point something. But Instagram goes down for 12 hours, and there are people who can't even survive. Like their whole life is shut down. That's what we are.
That is why I said
and
that.
as I said,
are making this
we
social media argument on
them.
only Instagram. You are making this argument only about Instagram.
No, nobody is Instagram. See, right now, if Instagram goes down, Facebook will go down, WhatsApp will go down because they are owned by one person, one company. So Instagram hasn't got its own service, Facebook hasn't got its own service. They are all owned by one. So if that one company shuts down, three are, do you know that I think Facebook bought this is it Jiffy? Those people who do this these animated things, Facebook bought them. So if Facebook goes down, all those other social, that what you don't know is most of these other social media platforms are owned by the same company. Imagine today Google goes down, YouTube is going down, Gmail is going down, a whole lot goes down. You get it? So as hey, who is starting the car?
Who is that?
Who is starting a car? Stella. Is it catalyst? Somebody just started a car. And where is Joey? His data has humbled him. Akpako, he was starting a car. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Me, like I said, it began with the.
Wait, are you still coming? Okay, so Echo, that's it. 22 slides. It's just $10 a month. $10 is what 50 cedis a month for a whole website. Like you don't have to do programming, nothing. No, it's for creatives. So all you do is just pick a template, and that is it. They have sections, your portfolio, about you, everything is there. You see, and it's just $10. You see, so what we are saying is we are not saying social media.
So this thing that you are saying about the template that has got to do with websites, is it not social media? I mean, this is my argument too.
Okay, so wait, this particular argument here, we'll go to Seller's place and go and sit down and talk about it. Because see, Facebook has a website. Facebook's website is the social media. YouTube's website is social, but they have apps as well. Your personal website
social media
cannot be termed social media.
And listen, social media is website and
app belonging to the same group. So now Facebook has a website and they have an app for the same purpose.
Listen,
your business, do you have an app? Do you have an app for your business?
Listen, we don't care about their belongings. All we know is that website is social media.
No, not necessarily. No, not every website is a social media. Chocolate.
Yes. Then you specify the type of website where
a website is not a social media.
Listen. I said before I come to this argument, I asked Google, is website a social media?
No, but Chocolate, I'm a programmer. A website is not a social media. It is what the website is used for.
Google is lying to me. Listen,
Chocolate, that's not what Google said. That's not what Google said.
A website is not automatically social media.
Google gave you a whole sentence. He gave you a whole sentence.
Bema. Let me read.
Hold on.
Let me read.
Website.
Okay, read for us.
Social media refers to websites and applications that are designed to allow people to share their content quickly, efficiently, and in real time. A simple definition.
But this is someone's website too. It's not Google.
Share their content on the website or application.
This is what someone is not. So what did Google say?
This is a result from Google. It's not Google that's putting it there.
I asked Google. Explanations came. Okay.
Chocolate.
Another one. I'm looking at Google.
Chocolate. I don't think your website allows me to share my content on it. Does it?
Because we have some websites that allows, some do not allow.
Yes.
Right?
So those that don't allow are not social media.
Facebook is a website.
In general, websites are not social media.
Facebook is a website. Twitter
even
is
Instagram is a website. Just that they have an app.
Bema.
question now, maybe beside a simple.
Uh-huh.
We have private websites, right?
No, there's nothing like private websites.
In Kakatanis,
they are private websites.
Yes. No, a website.
If you don't know, don't say you don't know. If you don't know, say I don't know. Stop making it a rule. Undim. You this right they said you're taking from you.
No, but Chocolate, the point you are making, the private you are trying to talk about, is not the same as a private website. The general meaning of a private website.
Correction. Chocolate, you're right, and at the same time, you're 100% wrong.
How?
About saying you to why?
Listen, what you picked up, according to what you I could see what you picked up right in front of me. Yeah. You stick on Instagram.
Is there.
On Google. It's on Google Dictionary. You stick to that only interpretation and you add on to it, but there are more definitions at the bottom.
Because it's a general term, right?
So don't stick. If you go to, thank God you're not a lawyer. If you prepare a case like this and go to court, you will lose. You will lose flat. Your client will go to jail because you did not prepare well.
Were you specific? It was a general question, right?
Oh, you said your definition said real time, right?
Yeah, real time.
It said real time, so you can't.
Why everybody
update content daily on the website? You can't. It's not possible.
Perfect.
So if you're talking about Facebook website, yes, but then your personal website or portfolio.
No, you see, Chocolate is saying every website is a social media, which is wrong.
It's not a social media.
But Chocolate is social media website.
It's because Chocolate is like you need to be.
Even Chocolate social media websites. But doesn't mean every website is a social media.
Chocolate. It seems we need to do organized smacking.
No, we are done. No, we are done with the debate. We are done with the debate.
No, Chocolate. We are supposed to do. Chocolate. We are supposed to do organized smacking for you. Get a cane and whip you.
I'm a web developer. I'm a web programmer, and I know. See, this is the thing. There are people who don't know the difference between web design and web development. There are two different things. You see, in Ghana, when you tell the truth,
you can't threaten my friend. Come on, don't threaten him.
No, we'll take it from.
No, you can't.
Not every website is a social media. We have social media.
No. Okay, wait. Hang on. Let's
websites. Listen.
Mind you, CNN. Wait, CNN has a website.
CNN is what?
They have a website, and they also have a social media. What is Beerman? What is Beerman?
I mean, bro.
Okay, I say bro. I don't understand.
It's not Beerman.
Hey, you guys.
He said Beerman.
Yeah, Beerman.
It's not Beerman, not Beerman.
Okay, noted.
It's like man.
Chocolate wants to put the argument, the debate space for flat. But listen, me, I am speaking from the angle where I have experienced the benefit of social media.
Yes, I have also benefited.
As well as the professional side of photography. Do you understand? And I am saying that for a beginner, it's not like
which one will be your priority? You Chocolate, as you are there right now, which one will be your priority?
Which one? Listen.
I want to say something.
Working on my social media.
Okay. So hold on.
When I say social media, I don't mean when I say social media.
Me. I want to.
Alone.
Justice.
Raise your hand. Let me. Justice. Okay, guys, hold on. hold on. Let's hear from the Wikipedia guy. Catalyst, I see your finger up. Let's hear from Justice. Then Catalyst, you come on. So you put your finger down. Have you frozen? Okay. All right.
Okay, so I think we need to approach the conversation properly. If we talking of photography as a business, and then
Yes.
it means every aspect of the business, we need to take it seriously, including social media and websites and all that. So I think what Chocolate is saying, I get his point, but you see,
Yes.
I also understand where Catalyst is coming from. If we don't make photography as a business, there are
Please wait.
certain.
What do you mean by where I'm coming from?
Let me land
Your
and
point,
maybe
where
you
am
get
I
my
coming
point.
from?
No, like the point you were driving at. I understand
for
the point you were
clarifying.
driving at. So if I think we need to really understand like the basics. So which is, as a photographer, at the same time you're a business, and so what are core business principles that I should have? You should be able to know how to send emails. You should be able to know how to respond to emails. You should be able to know how to send cold emails to clients. You should be able to know how to actually manage a proper social
Wait,
media
hold
account.
on. I hear you
Respond
people
to
saying that. Wait, hold on. Paco, one thing. I hear people say, is it cold or code? Cold email or code?
cold
COLD.
emails. Yeah, COLD. It's
Can you
the
please
way.
explain that? I don't understand
Okay,
it.
cold emails are basically sending emails to random people in the hope that they would respond to you positively.
Oh, okay.
Can I clarify?
Okay.
The same cold email.
It's not random people. It's more of people that you do not know and they do not even expect your emails. It's just like a cold call where it's done a lot here in the US. I don't know about Ghana.
And those are random people.
Where
Nigga, you were in Ghana some few days
and
ago.
then
Don't come
you'll
and
be
act
there
like
and then
you
for
don't know anything
instance,
about it in Ghana. Were you not
you'll
in Ghana
be there-
some few months ago? Were you not here in Ghana some few
please.
months ago?
Okay,
I have not
Paco,
been there some
hold
few
on.
months
Paco,
ago.
please
Wait,
continue.
can I
Please allow
explain?
Paco to finish.
I'm trying to explain
No,
it.
allow Paco to
Ghana,
finish.
let me explain
Cool.
it to you because it's important. So, for instance, you'll be there and then Fidelity Bank will call you and say that, hello, Michael, would like to introduce you to this particular promotion that we are having. If you open an account with us, this, that. That's a cold call.
Yes, that we know.
Or you'll be there and then you get an email which says that Lindsay Adler is selling presets. When you buy one, we'll give you 4 presets free, blah, 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 blah. That's a cold email.
How about the text messages that you've won so and so, or we've transferred so and so?
Those are scam.
You see why this place should be taken from you?
Those are spam.
You see why this place
That's
should be
also a
taken from
cold text message.
You can call it a cold text, but they are spam.
That's spam.
Michael.
You see why the place should be taken from you?
Okay,
Michael,
hold on.
stop disgracing us.
So I think as a photographer and running a business, every aspect of your business should be covered. You should have a proper accounting system. You should have a proper inventory system of your clients. You should have a proper way of reaching to your clients. Always insist on using formal channels to reach out to your client. And then social media should be treated as such. You shouldn't be saying hello, dear, in your social media pages when you are speaking to a client. All those things are etiquettes that you really, as a photographer or a business, you need to know.
But we need to bring you on to have a lecture on these etiquettes. Yeah.
Let him flow. Let him flow. Paco, continue.
Hey, Chocolate is penning things down.
No, let him flow. Let him flow. You
Hey, Han.
So you see, somebody is giving us some didactic information. You want to close him down so that you talk about undidactic things, right?
I'm not closing. I'm just telling him now that you have him on for that particular session.
He will come.
Okay, Paco, carry on.
Okay, so I feel so for me as a photographer myself, I've noticed that I really need to hone my craft before anything else. So I'm now focusing on my craft, which is how taking better photos. So I feel like people need to understand all these basics before they can really move on to taking whichever platform they want to use seriously. As a business, first you need to know these things, like emails matter, like proper email etiquette actually matter, proper social media etiquette matter. You need to have strategies for each of the platforms that you use. Without strategy, I don't think anything that you do will make sense, because you need to have something that you can fall on. You measure your success over a period, and then you can iterate and do better. So I feel the argument should be more of like the etiquette surrounding whichever platform you choose to use, and how best you can maximize it as a benefit to your business. For me, I think both arguments work, but you as the business, you need to understand where you are taking your business to, and where you want people, how serious you want people to take you. And I think once you do that and you're able to define yourself properly, it will be better for you.
Awesome. So that you understand why I said we'll bring you on. Yeah, Catalyst, you continue once I end. You understand why I said we'll bring you on, so that you come and explain to some of us, the best ways to start a conversation on social media, even when your client says, "Hey, baby," how you should respond and all that. So, Kpakpo, thank you very much for your input. Catalyst.
Thank you.
One thing that I'll say, Michael, is that right now you are supposed to know where technology is heading towards. I would say 5 years ago or 6 years ago, when Instagram was the main thing, where you put your content and everybody sees it, proximity was key. It wasn't a matter of algorithm flying all over. Right now, if I am to advise someone to use social media, I'm going to tell them to consider the priorities as Twitter first, TikTok second, Facebook before Instagram. The reason being the algorithm, because Twitter's algorithm is more of the exponential growth. So if Michael likes something I tweet, it's going to also show on his timeline. So it shows to his people, and then anyone that likes it from his people also show to their followers. So it has that exponential growth. I'll say Facebook, or I'll say TikTok, because TikTok now has an open algorithm where once you post a content and it's deemed relevant, it can be shown to almost 20% of the audience on TikTok. I'll say Facebook because Facebook, you'll be able to focus on location. So for instance, the images that I shot recently, I put them on Twitter, and then it had that compounding views. So right now, as at now, it's almost 6,000 plus likes, almost 2,000 retweets. It keeps going because of the exponential views that it gives. When I go on Facebook, I posted it in the Sacramento photographers and Sacramento models group. That's where I had more people commenting, more people exchanging contacts with me. So that's how the algorithm works. I still don't know how to go on TikTok, because I think TikTok has gone way ahead of me.
I have not even installed it.
But when I put it on Instagram, we still experience that algorithm shortening it, where it was shown to less than 10% of the people following me, and it goes on and on like that. You understand? So right now, I'll advise that if you are not on Twitter, get there. If you are not really making use of Facebook, get there. If you have the chance to be that trend savvy and then you can know your way around TikTok, show up there. It's important to be on social media, but don't let it take you more than 20% away of the photography business in itself, which is 50% enhancing your skills and 100% developing your business acumen. I'm not going to explain what acumen is.
Somebody just gave you a thumbs up. Let me project it so that you read it. So this is the genesis.
Yeah. Thank you, Patricia. Well, it's really important to know these things. We may have these discussions on and on and on and on, but one thing is, You can do all these business stuff that we are talking about, but if your work is crap, it's crap, and you are exposing your crap to the whole world. You go through all these things we are saying, you expose yourself badly, and that image, they said there is no second chance to create a first impression. So once you mess it up big. There was a time where I was not on Instagram because I was trying to enhance my skills. For like 2 to 3 months now, I had not been on Instagram. The first time I posted after that long was recently.
The school uniform?
No, it was the Nike shoes.
Oh, okay. Before
the school uniform. But at the end of the day, you have to build that business side of you. You have to, this is what I always say, that you have to be focused on what you are doing with social media. Don't post for posting's sake. Post with relevance. Know why you are posting it. You need to target your audience. Targeting, I think, is something Olakpako would say a lot about when he has the chance.
Yes,
you have
we will.
To target your audience. Don't say, okay, I'm coming to start YouTube. Let me do everything. Or I'm coming to start photography. Let me do everything. That everything, generalization time is past. That was for when we started some years back. Now, if someone is looking for someone to shoot wedding, they are not going to go for everybody. Ask Seller, how many times people have come to, unless people that really know Seller and want Seller to shoot, they won't say, I'm going to look for a wedding photographer and go to Pixel Rate's account to say, this is the photographer I want. They won't say that. But if someone needs, let's say, studio shoot, someone needs portrait, great portrait, Seller will be there. But maybe Focus and Blur will not be there, or Source will not be there. You understand? So specialization is a key thing now. And one last thing I would say is that search engine optimization. You may have a great website, but if it's not showing on Google search, you have nothing. All you have is an archive. So you need to make sure that your search engine optimization is big. If you think all these things are stress, go the Jewish way. The Jewish way is focus on what you are good at and outsource what you are not good at, so that you have more time to expand on what you are good at. There's nothing bad with outsourcing in order to make more revenue. So that's what I'll say. Okay.
And also, I'll add this up. Google My Business. That thing really works. You know, it localizes you so that, for instance, me, there are people who just call me, are you Ghanaian? I say yes. They say, okay, I see you are very close to me. Can you direct me to your studio, like any land? And I'm like, why? Because I put my business on Google My Business. It's a service by Google. So it's like you localize your business. So people around you, when they go and they type photography, you appear first on their search results. So most people call me, and what I don't like is most of them think like it's a photo studio, a walk-in studio. But I explain to them that no, it's not that kind. That so take it serious. You know, put your business on the map. Don't only focus on social media. Use Google My Business. It's very effective. So like you were shaking, yeah, your light sweet too. Hey, God of light. In the video light today, the SL660 that. What is sound doing? Why are you guys all going bald? Why?
What? It's old age.
Why are you all going bald? Why?
We are trying to tell you we are not your mates. You need to respect us.
If it's about going bald, we can all go bald. But yours, you can't even get afro again. Why? You say.
That's an insult. Me, I will get afro. That's an insult.
You can't get afro.
Okay, guys. Let me leave you guys. Seller.
We are all leaving. You are not leaving us. We are all leaving.
We are leaving.
Nobody dies yet. Hey, Catalyst, now you are drinking water.
Kofi left me for here.
Cela, répétez.
Yeah.
Répétez.
Répétez? Oh, you can leave me here. I'll moderate the hosts in the night.
So you see, one other thing I'll discuss with the people is how to use Google Forms.
Catalyst, while we were having discussion, I keep hearing the sound of a chair making.
Isela?
So I was told you, Joey. Joey said
Isela? No, Isela.
Were you farting or what?
There's a table. When I lean on it.
We were hearing some quant thing.
But Sela is wearing a Michigan shirt.
Hey, it's okay. We don't want to go there.
Ah, wow.
False line, I beg.
Catalyst, didn't you see this guy here, Michael? Look at, he decided to go to form a V-flat background.
I know.
Yeah. But you were castigating me, and today I've changed my location.
No. You see, Michael, I have for over 2 months now. I've been indirectly picking that point with you about the props you have in your background, about the props you have.
Why?
But you've not changed.
Adults. Why don't you go directly?
No,
we are adults.
No. I can't tell you to. I don't know why you left it there. Maybe it's a props. Maybe
it's not prop. That's my wardrobe.
Okay. That's why I was like, okay. I was like, oh, this your background is very, very distracting and encouraging.
No, you
indirectly, I'm telling you. I'm telling you to move it.
No, see, we are West Africans. We can't be washing our stuff in public. That's why Sheun was going that way. So that
Sheun should have. When I wasn't able to pronounce his name, he sent me a voice note privately.
All right, fine. Now let's go straight to the point with you. You need to get.
No, not here.
You need to get a good light.
Oh no! As for the light, I accept.
Oh,
it's not even the light. I'm using my webcam. I'm using the webcam with the MacBook. I just need to get. It's okay. Okay, so this session has ended.
Michael, if you watch the video with the one we did yesterday,
when
I was telling him about the lighting, I was like, he changed his face. He was about to get upset. He now realized he was on social media. He was not trying to code himself back to the lane. I was just looking at him like, what's wrong with this guy?
No, but so take a look at it. Is today's video not better compared to yesterday?
It is better. Yeah.
Good. So yesterday the mistake was I had put with MacBook, when you're going with the webcam, there are two options: the FaceTime HD 720p, and then there's 480p.
Okay.
So yesterday I don't know what happened, but I put it on 480. So today when I was going live, I realized it was on 480, so I brought it back to 720.
Okay. So you get the light and also get sound panel.
Sound what?
Panels.
Yeah.
Why the echo or what?
You can even get egg crates so that you just put it on that background you have.
Background, yeah. So you absorb the sound. You won't let it be scattering everywhere.
There's this behind it.
Oh, I see. Okay, because I'm using a condenser mic. So
no, YouTube is not that easy. You see, YouTube live, it's not easy. You even need a carpet, a very
carpet that will absorb.
Yeah, that will absorb it.
Papo, why are you laughing?
Papo, which kind of laugh is that?
It's not easy.
No, Papo just likes laughing at me because I always get him.
Wait, Sela.
No.
I need to wait. Stop rolling. I need to talk to you about Canvas.
So go and talk to him, man. Why are you talking here?
Not now. I'm just preparing.
So
that's why you rude. Why you rude?
See, go with my code. You get 15% discount.
I don't want your code. Get away, man.
Sela, when he comes, give him a money price, okay?
No. I'm not doing backdrop. Come on. I told you I paint mine myself. I just want to
charge him consultation.
I just want to know the kind of the canvas he uses. Is it the one
you charge consultation? So I don't answer consultation fee.
Listen, I have Mind you,
You what?
I've gotten from
No, you what?
Stella, don't worry. I will send you some pictures of.
Stella,
I got some
consultation
canvas.
fee. Charge
I
on
got some
consultation
canvas
fee.
from Art Store.
Okay.
I got some. The roll it has
Why?
already
Who
been
is
primed.
Send
frozen?
it back.
Me or them?
Send it back.
No. It's already been
Oh.
primed. No, that's what I wanted.
No, it's not
I'm not
good.
gonna
Stella
prime.
doesn't use primed canvas.
You're a bush boy. You don't understand what we are talking about. Stella understood me better.
No, Salah, do you buy this thing? Don't you do it yourself?
If I'm coming now,
He doesn't buy pre-primed. He primes it himself.
Listen, let me talk.
No,
if I'm coming to Ghana now, I'm not going to buy a primed one. I'm going to come with a plain one. When I come, I will prime it myself. So, Michael, let me talk. Shush.
Okay, the session has ended.
Listen, why are you muting my mouth?
I'm telling you that I have power. I'm telling you that I have power.
Okay then. Stella, don't worry. I will take the pictures. I will send it to you on
Consultation
Instagram
fee. Each picture
no,
£5.
No. I'm not saying. Don't worry, Michael. Michael, don't let me swell. Don't let me swell. Wait, where is Joey? Where is Joey?
Joey disappeared.
Why is he always running away?
He has been humbled.
Is it or his internet has got limited time he can use?
Yeah.
Guys,
he's using student Wi-Fi.
Let's
student Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Okay then. My greetings to Joey.
My
greetings to Joey.
Something is waiting for a man.
What is that?
Okay. Man, I understand that. Me and you can only relate to that.
Why is Papo laughing?
That single man with his beard, bush boy. He can't get his juice.
So, you know I can ban you, right? You know I can ban you.
Go ahead, burn yourself.
If Shehu goes,
I can ban you.
If Shehu goes, I'm also going.
Hey. Aluta
continua. Victoria Asata.
Hey, is this Victoria? Are you sure?
Is Victoria Asata.
Hey,
Victoria who do you think I am? No.
You said Victoria has started.
Victoria
Michael,
Asata.
you need a light. You need a light, really. You need a light.
He has the light. He has the light. He's just being lazy. He has got the light.
No, tomorrow is Saturday. So next week Monday. Hey, who?
Hey. It's Papo.
Are you outside?
Yeah, I'm outside.
Someone's window.
Please, you better go inside.
Your phone,
because the police will come and give you slap.
I'm waiting for my Uber. That's right.
You've been waiting for Uber for the past 20 minutes.
Yeah, I intentionally had to wait for.
The Uber is looking for his mask.
Hey,
Stella, what are you doing?
Okay, guys, Charlie, we've done 3 hours. It's okay. Let's go and sleep.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going.
Okay, bye. Have a good night. Bye.
Yes. All right. Thanks, guys, for being part of this. Yeah.
Okay, then. Have a good night, guys.
All right.
Ciao.
All right. Good night. Yeah. Hey, why you be laughing? Okay, I go left them.